Overlord's got some good tracks. Even if you didn't like the expansion, it had some good hard music, I think. At least. There's the mic check. Okay, good. What is up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm tired. I'm your host. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. We're going to not do alpha stuff. I was going to look around, but no, they decided at 8:30 in the damn morning to bring down all the realms. So we'll see if that's just like a hiccup or if they are in fact going to do an earlier build. OMG. I don't know. Usually they've been doing like Wednesday-ish builds. Today's Tuesday, unless my brain is dead or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully housing will work again. Hopefully it'll work again and we can like explore some new stuff. But there is some new information that that the team over at MMO Champion found. Wow, it's crazy, huh? We're talking about what MMO Champion found, not what Wowhead found, but what MMO Champion found. I'm wondering. Sorry, I'm like distracting myself now. I'm wondering what Wowhead's going to come out with. You know, because Wowhead's like, you know, the biggest site and all that stuff. But when they finally come out with like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if they're actually going to come out with a housing thing. I haven't tried reaching out or you know, to just see. But will they come out with something that's similar to what the housing database is coming out with right now? Because they got some catching up to do. So MMO Champion never left. It never left. It's always been around. It's, you know, the thing is they don't bait. So I'm like throwing shade now. But they don't do like opinion articles. They don't do like news of that sort that that tell people to like come click for like more information or whatnot. They just have everything like right on their feed, and then you just go through everything. You know, the only times you need to click are when you need to go to the next page to like load up the next stuff. So for, you know, to that I give them credit, but of course that also means that they're just not ever going to like blow up because they don't have monetization. Really, like they don't try. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, so no alpha stuff, but what I wanted to do is talk about Endeavors for you anime fans out there. I want to talk about Endeavors because they were able to unearth some stuff, and I haven't looked at it really yet, but I want to find out if I'm right. That's the big one. I want to find out if I'm right, because I have been talking about Endeavors as if they are this thing that is very close to the Traveler's Log, you know, trading post kind of vibes, where yes, you're going to be assigned like these kinds of things, or you'll choose these tasks, but these tasks, I'm hoping, it's going to be like open in presence right now. I'm hoping that when we look at these tasks are going to be like, okay, it's going to be like Blood Off related stuff, whatever it is, but it's also going to be do some raids and dungeons and PvP stuff. You know, it's going, you know, basically I'm aiming for the idea of you and your neighborhood can just do like the stuff they normally do, and you can progress your endeavor. But if you were to do like some of the more specific tasks in here, then we should progress either faster, or it's going to be what lets us actually max it out. So it's not so much, oh, you have to do these things together. You have to be in a neighborhood group. That doesn't seem to be, I don't think that's going to be the aim. It's going to be more like, you know, just do the stuff. So anyway, let me say hi to people, because I haven't done that yet. Come on, chat thing. Don't fail me now. Okay, so what is up to Puddle Jumper? You're the first person to say hi. What's up to Rumus and Darth and Swamp Beast? What's up to a Boomer and to Patty? Hello. What's up to Papillion, to Andy, and to Keith? What's up to Kendra and a Ranger Coder, to Nightbot? Sure. What's up to Frog Guy, to Snookered, to Akasachi, to Arudino, and to the rest of y'all. The beautiful digital smiling faces are going to be joining us throughout the day. I hope everyone's doing well. It's Tuesday. It's reset day. I kind of forgot about that too. We'll be hopping over to like remix once we're done with like when we're done looking at this stuff. I saw someone mention like the whole thing about the housing limits being reinforced, or like it's nerfed or whatever. So I'll give some additional commentary on that or answer questions or whatever. But first, let's just find out. Okay, so here's an endeavor called Artistic Aid. A Blood Elf art commune is sheltering in the neighborhood while their home is under attack and wants to share their artistic prowess with the neighborhood. So let's pretend, okay, cool. I, the neighborhood manager, choose to help out the Blood Elf people. And so what will the Blood Elf people have us do? Do dungeons and raids and honor and world quests. Okay, so there are like, passive things that you'll do for your neighborhood just by being part of the neighborhood. And then it looks like there's like specific stuff. So attend South Rail Soiree and complete okay, so that's a zone activity, which we haven't really done yet, I don't think, in the alpha. That's another zone activity. Do dungeons specific to midnight, okay. Gather stuff in midnight zones, okay. Do another zone activity. Do another zone activity. And another zone activity. And another. And slay light bloom creatures threatening Nazaroth in wherever they may be found. So they are definitely hey, there's two of them. There's definitely a light bloom presence in, I was gonna say Elven Forest, in Eversong Forest. So just kill a bunch of those guys and then you'll get credit. Now, of course, we don't know how many creatures we need to kill, right? It might be like kill 11,000 of them. Oh, okay. So it could be something like that. Because these, I guess, are supposed to be like, these are things that are contributed as a group. So we may need to kill 700 raid bosses or something like that, right? Or 70,000 honor, yada yada yada. So once we found out the numbers, then we can be like, oh my god. But as for what we do, this seems like, okay, this ain't so bad. Do World Quest in Eversong, Rares and Rares Elites in Eversong, yeah, and in Voidstorm. So it leans towards like doing specific things to help out. So this seems, I feel like the aim should be a little bit more targeted than what the Traveler's Log should be. Because the Traveler's Log is basically, are you playing the game? Yes? Cool, here's your stuff. It's pretty easy. I would argue that it's easy. I don't like using that word very much, but I think it's easy. It's almost passive. It's one of those, how people are like, oh my god, Blizzard should have something that gives us something because we're loyal to the game, because we stay subscribed. Trading post. That's basically what it is. Or if you want to say like the 6-month subscription kind of thing, that's also like a loyalty reward of sorts, but that's what this is. That's what that is. This, I feel like it should be a little bit different, especially because it's a community-oriented thing. If the limits are too low, then it's going to feel too passive. And, well, maybe. Because I guess things that, as we do endeavors, I don't know how it works yet, but as we progress, we're supposed to get some sort of currency that will let us buy actual neighborhood stuff. So they're going to throttle us to a certain extent. Ideally they don't want to make it, they kind of like the trading post, they don't want to introduce a scenario where I, as the neighborhood manager person, am like, okay, which neighborhood did we do this time? Oh, we've done them all. And we bought everything. Oh, crap. Or maybe a guildmate might be like, oh, well, I haven't done this one yet, or I didn't get anything. I'm like, okay, then we'll choose that one. But I think they don't, kind of like the trading post, they don't want a situation where a new endeavor comes in, and for the most part, the regulars like us who are playing all the time, we got everything, and so there's no value in whatever the hell endeavor we choose. They want to avoid that, I'm sure. And it's probably going to come in the form of like a limited, kind of like Tender. We're going to have a limited a number of currency that we can use to buy certain stuff. So, but unlike the trading post, it's going to be a little bit less of that save or spend kind of thing, because we may have there's a fair chance that at any one point most endeavors will be up. It's just going to be a question of, okay, we need to find we need to find a neighborhood that has that. And I was getting in conversations with some folks about we need some sort of like way to search for neighborhoods that, or to promote neighborhoods or something like that, that's like, hey, we're done with our stuff, come to my neighborhood, and then people will just start flooding in so they can like buy stuff, because you know that neighborhood happens to be progressed. There needs to be some sort of way to like highlight that. You know, I don't think we should 100% leave it to like social media to facilitate that, or like realm forums, because that's super outdated these days. I don't know. Let me read chat. I haven't read too much chat. Sorry, guys. Where'd I get this T-shirt? This was bought from the Blizzard store at the time. So this was bought during Dragonflight. Housing space will be limited at the start. That's correct. MMO Champion is coming back. It never left. I think MMO Champion got some bad rep in recent years because mostly of their forums, not because of their content. Really? So, so MMO Champion gets a bad rep because of their forums, but the Wowhead commentary, oh, that's just chef's kiss golden stuff, right? You know, full of God-fearing, super polite Christian folk or whatever. No, yeah, don't do the forums, but the news feed is like sick. Going off for 2 hours of sleep and back in the stream with this amount of news, you're crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so for those, well, earlier today, I dropped my parents off at the airport. That was at like 4 something in the morning. It's 8 now, and I was kind of up. I just had a hard time sleeping then. And so all I got is the coffee. All I got is the coffee. We'll make it, dudes. We'll make it. Let's see. With launch coming in early 2026, we're looking at early access in December, probably. That's just about. That means beta must be coming soon, I guess. Anyhow, so here's like I talked about this during the weekly, but here's the presumption. December 2nd is early access housing. Yay, because they straight up said it. That's, you know, so that's an easy. Because of the way the data is, it's easy to presume that 10.2.7 is also going to come at that time. It's going to come with early access. But as for the expansion, we've been looking at late February, early March, give or take a week or two. You know, it's not too much. I don't have the space to have practically a second WoW running on my machine. It nearly croaked with just a PTR. My poor PC is 8 years old. You know, it should be fine. Because actually, the PTR does have a lot of data, but the PTR also piggybacks on all your existing WoW data. So it's not like you're installing literally a second client. Like here, let me see if I can like look at what the sizes are here. So WoW, shit, which PTR is it? Probably XPTR. Yeah, it's 1.78 gigs. That's it. So that's how much more data is being added. I mean, if you're low on space, you know, that's a different thing. But it's not literally a second client, at least. You just need so the trick with that is to just make sure that you install the PTR on top of your normal WoW folder, and then it'll be friendly. Same thing with beta. I don't believe so. Let me see. How big is beta? Beta is kind of the same, 2.8 gigs. Yeah. So it's stuff. But then when we go to the real shit, here we go. 41 gigs, but then there's probably logs and screenshots in there too. and then there's other shared data here. So like here's the meat of it. 200 gigs for let's see. Miscellaneous shit. I don't know what's in there. So, but yeah, there's like a shared file, and then there's like individual stuff. So 1 million bare asses could be. Ha, ha, ha. The Endeavor looks like the Play Midnight Endeavor, something like that. So let's take a look at a few others. So here is, so that was 27 tasks. So that one seems to be like the most complete. So here's the Mechagon one. Let's do the Mechagon one. So delves, Mythic Plus dungeons, raid bosses. Yeah, nice. So in this case, so this is a legacy. This is a legacy endeavor. So I guess we got to go in and kill rares, like one shot in rares, and doing dailies, and going into Mechagon. Now I wonder. I'm sure some people will be like, well, that seems like too trivial. It feels like we would just be, maybe the zone should scale during while the Endeavor's up. I doubt that's going to happen. I don't think that should happen. There's lumber in Mechagon, apparently. Cute. But yeah, just do Mechagon stuff. Now, it could be like, these are just like a number of tasks, and then to complete the Endeavor, maybe we need to do, I don't know, let's pretend 75% of all the tasks here, right? So maybe that's something that's that would be like, that would compel the neighborhood to be like, yo, we're like almost here, so go out there and get it, guys. I wonder if there's a way to, or I wonder if there will be a way to kind of at least post some sort of user-generated message in the neighborhood, because yeah, and then when I think about that, because especially if you're in a public neighborhood, it's going to be hard to just talk to people. Like, your only recourse would be like to send an in-game mail if you happen to like go to the person, or because there's like kind of a housing bulletin board where you can see a list of all the players by name who's on there. I'm not entirely sure how that works either, because like if it's cross-faction, you can't really send mail to them, or I don't think you can. There would be a different way to do it, but maybe it's just a way to so you can just see the person's name and like that's it. But I feel like there should be a way to like post messages or post something public in the neighborhood, because again, not everyone's going to be in the neighborhood at all times. Oh well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Do enough of these tasks and you'll complete the Endeavor. I hope it's not 100%. Because that would be, I guess there's like a line to cross where it's like, okay, maybe it's a bit too hard to complete this, but who knows? Maybe that's kind of what they're going for. It's like, yo, you want to fully open up this Endeavor, you got to be hardcore housing people. And then the people who like complain are like, oh, I'm trying to do all these things. I'm trying to do my keys and raids and blah, blah, blah. I can't do this Endeavor stuff. It's too hard. And then folks like us will be like, well, why don't you get good? Casual. I don't know. So it could be like that. At least my hope is that a private neighborhood or like a guild neighborhood, it'll be easy, because I'll just be like, all right, cool, message of the day, yo, get them bare asses, yo, not enough asses, let's go, come to my hood, Endeavor done. Yeah, I wonder how that'll be like. There's gonna be like the the real like streamer neighborhoods or whatever. Oh my god, I want to join theirs. That could be a thing. What's up, Mythic? Do we carry any predictions on when WoW will launch on console? Oh God. so for those who might have missed the news, there was an article from Windows Central where Microsoft, I guess, announced. I didn't look at it myself, so I might be wrong with some details here. They announced that the new console will be able to run Windows PC games, and that was it. That's the long and short of it. Yeah, that's it. But then Wowhead was like, Wowhead took that information, was like, yo, this is it, guys. WoW is coming to console. And then like, oh my god. It's and then folks flipped the fuck out. A bunch of us were just kind of like standing on the sidelines being like, oh, that's a good bait, man. Oh, you know, it's scummy, but well done. Well done. Good engagement, Wowhead. Good engagement. But that's what's happening. It's not so much WoW is going to consoles. It's sort of like consoles are going to WoW, if that makes any sense. That's it. That's the news. so we'll see how I don't know if WoW is going to change at all for this. It's just like, yeah, whatever. People just be like, yeah, you want to play? Just go ahead and start mapping your controller or whatever, or plug in your mouse and keyboard and just go for it. That's it. So, I just saw they created AI-controlled bots that almost look like a real player. They really need work on the navigation. Huh? Is there a neighborhood channel in chat? I don't know, actually. Most of us who were talking in the alpha, we were talking on like the test channel, because that's like cross realm, cross everything. So yeah, we couldn't do that, unfortunately. I think they mentioned, they mentioned, I think they mentioned like the whole catalog of games and stuff, but yeah. They made the console power enough to run PC. Yeah, that's really all it is. They just made it more or less compatible with Windows PC games. So they said at once, the highlight of the article was that the next Xbox console can play Windows games, including Steam, which is cool. Just very cool. I was talking about, I think with someone in my guild chat, they were talking about, oh man, this whole console war is like whack. Nintendo's gonna win because they have all the exclusives and all that stuff. And they do have great games, but I'm also like, I don't think I'll ever buy a console or never buy a Nintendo system again, because it's another machine, dude. That's just more money. Like, I threw down big money for this hardware that I have, and I'm enjoying the games that I have and all that stuff, and I don't want to get another machine so I can hook it up to one of these monitors or hook it up to a different monitor and all that stuff, or otherwise disengage with what's going on like here on screen. I want to tab over and play Nintendo games. You know what I mean? Instead of like, oh well, let me switch to the different screen or something like that. Like it's annoying. That, and like Nintendo sales suck. Like, give me a Steam sale, man. Give me like one of those occasional like 90% off of their indie titles and all that stuff. But no, Nintendo doesn't really do indies. They just have like their special exclusives and all these other games that cost $70, man. Yo, we're broke, man. We got health insurance to pay for, dude. So, are the servers up yet? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if our live realms going? Are they out? I don't know if there's like a maintenance thing going on. Oh, it is. Dang, going on. Oh, sorry. So I guess we'll all suffer together, huh? Yeah. They even mentioned GOG games, so it's a console with DRM. Yeah, so they're just making a PC. So good for them. Pushed back an hour. Oh, has it been? Oh, I didn't. So it's pushed back to 10 now, or because I see 9 on this thing here, but oh, whatever. No big deal. Pokemon games have most lazy designs. Nintendo killed themselves for me for the ability to lock up Switch 2 in the recent lawsuits. Got Breath of the Wild, never touched it, not wasting money on Nintendo anything again. I mean, they make good games. It's just like, homie, we're broke. We can't afford to like game on all these different machines. It's like goddamn cable. You know what I mean? like we have all these cable companies that are like I have all we have this show, we have this network, or we got this show, we have this network. And that's when, you know, Netflix and whatnot came in and be like, oh fuck you guys. But then now it's kind of like going full circle again with all these different things. And you know, so what are we gonna do? I'm not encouraging you to do this, but I'm sure a number greater than 0 people are being like, I'm just gonna pirate shit again. Fuck that. So your show's 10 now? Okay, no, it's cool. It's just been updated, that's all. So wait, so nothing works right now? Crap. Can I even get on like the Peter? So like alpha's down. That's a sad song. Let me see what might work here. My favorite video was how you run a guild video. Any chance we'll get a modern day version of that one? Either way, that shit is a banger. It would more or less be just kind of an update of like, hey, here's well, I've done redos of that kind of video a few times over the years. You know, the guild's old, but I made those videos starting I think 2016, 2017. And I can do it again, but I'm more or less not really doing much. I'm kind of, you know, the guild just kind of like, it just kind of coasts. So you know, for me to say, for me to kind of preach about, okay, here's what I'm doing that's making us successful, I'd be kind of like, I'd be embellishing myself. Because I'm not really doing much. It's just, okay, we have our people, and I just don't want to rock the boat. That's it. Try not to rock the boat. Accept people's personalities for what they are. Where possible, try to leave out things that, you know, try to leave things at home. You know what I mean? Like when you check in, it's like, okay, you know, we're not here to talk politics necessarily. We're not here to talk about this and that. We're not here to soak into like all your personal problems. We're here to be an escape from those things. You know, I don't say that, but that's just kind of like how I typically look at it. You know, I'm here to like be that separator or whatever. But I guess the big thing, like, as to you know, what helps the guild like stay around and stay successful is to be consistent. Always consistent. Here's the routine, guys. Plan around it. You know, here are the rules. Plan around that too. And stay consistent, stay consistent, stay consistent. Blizz gets worse and worse with maintenance on reset day. You know, back in my day, we had to walk 15 miles to yeah, no. In the snow. Remix Raid Blitz is gonna be late today. I've been well, I've been soloing the raids, at least like the ones that I've been doing. What's it called? I don't know why. I kind of like stopped myself. Like I started doing Balance of Power, and I was like, wait, what am I doing? I've already done Balance of Power. Let me just stop. Well, like, why am I doing this? I could do other things, and so I just got off. But I do need to keep. I do want to, you know, regularly run, like some of the raids and whatnot, just for the sake of collecting bronze, being able to buy stuff. That's important. Shadow Fiend with 85 months. That's a lot of months, dude. Thank you, buddy. Okay. So anyone here who's been part of a guild or is currently in a guild, like, what do you guys do to, like, is there like a special thing that you guys do, or something exceptional that you feel like you're doing to help keep that guild together, to keep things running and all that? Like, I don't feel like I'm doing much except for like making the consistent schedule. We're always, you know, always want to feel like we're doing stuff, at least on certain days, even though there are things that we don't do. Like, and maybe it's partially my fault that because I don't do it, most of us don't do it. Like, notably with keys, I don't do keys. I don't care to do keys. Some people in the guild do run keys, but not enough. I feel like the lack of my influence there plays a big factor as to why, for the most part, we don't do keys. But I feel like I would be miserable if I was a consistent key person, and so I don't. So. Thing I keep telling guildies is people can want to have fun, not to pick up more baggage and stress and so on and so forth. I mean, the other thing too is like sometimes like we'll do a guild, we'll be doing a raid, and then people will just start talking about what's going on in the news and politics and stuff like that, and you know, maybe that makes people feel uncomfortable. I don't know, but I don't want to police that either. Like again, I just don't want to rock the boat. So closing on the 100. You help by killing bots. Yeah, that helps. We're nice to each other in guild chat. No, we're not nice. we're yeah, I would be lying if we said like, oh, we're just so nice to each other. No, that's not entirely true. So sometimes we're just dicks. Bob need a new key sound. Ours has Discord events and gaming nights. That's not WoW related, not required at all either. We respect boundaries, so if we only see people on raid night, that's all good too. Yeah, a lot of us are like a lot of us are the older, or I guess in an older crowd, but at the same time, like some people, they just play all day as well. But I don't really catch a whole lot of folks playing like other games together. But because for the most part, it's like, okay, if we're not playing well, we're like doing other things, or we're at work or doing kid stuff and all that. Constant recruiting, weekly events with raids, but the plus occasional other events like game nights, keep the Discord active. Yeah, we don't do that either. Like, it's just, you know, again, like we just kind of like raid log, we show up. It's, you know, with the remix, people have been doing runs afterwards, which has been cool, which has been great. Yeah, that's it. We're cordial assholes. Yeah, I think we know what our fronts are, and we'll rib each other on the regular. But when it comes down to it, you know, we all want to play together. I guess that's another thing too. Like if people want to raid and do all that stuff, it's like, yeah, you're coming. Do I need to be a certain item level? Can you go into the instance? Yeah. Okay, cool. Then you can come. You know, encourage people to come, but remind people that, hey, when the going gets tough, I might ask people to step out. And that hasn't happened very much lately. A lot of people they elect themselves to like leave. Like, hey, you know, I'm getting tired. I'm not doing so great. I'm gonna dip out. Well, and that's fine. That works out. Did I shave off one of my eyebrows? No. I suffer from a thing called eczema, where I constantly like have scratchiness all over my face, and sometimes I scratch my eyebrows off, and now you learn something. So there we go. Do we roast the fuck out of each other? That's good too. We try not to be like too bad about it. Sometimes, you know, people have tempers too. Yeah, especially during like wipe nights and all that. Classic killed my guild and they don't want to come back to retail. That sucks. Definitely have the smaller clicks in the guild, but folks grew for some achievement, transmog farming, and playing other games, cards game. Like I think when we were younger, or no, I'm sorry, not we, because these people aren't even around anymore, but one of them is, sorry. I guess like early on in the heyday, like Wrath days, you know, we had people who were like, we had groups of friends who would join together, right? So you would have like that sense of clickiness. And then other times there would be people who were like, hey, let's do keys on the regular. And so those same people, they would do keys, and then they would create their own kind of bond together. That's fine. The times where it's not as fine is when you have these different personalities and they try to push their mentality on the rest of the guild. That's when things can go awry. At least in my guild, like I said, you know, as I often say, I'm the guild dictator, and so it's not like I tell people what they can and can't do, but my play habits tend to reflect on other people's play habits, not necessarily because of an influence, but it might be because those are the kind of people who will join this guild anyway. And so when we find people that are like, oh, let's do keys, blah, 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 and then they meet this energy, like my energy, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool, go ahead. Then there's like this sort of conflict where it's just like, oh, it's like a water on rock. And so we'll see that this Mythic Plus group or whatnot, they'll start to fizzle out, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just me maintaining that sort of consistent culture in this guild. You know, trying to be something or trying to pivot the guild into something that it might not want to do is incredibly risky, because you know you're challenging the rest of the team who might not do a certain thing to be like, hey, let's do a certain thing, such as, hey, let's do keys, or let's step it up and do mythic raids and stuff. You know, that's next level stuff, and we don't touch it. You know, the way that I do it is we progress, we get through heroic, we get through AOTC, and then I recently gave this a name. We go through a reprogression, where people will, and it's something we've been doing. Like it's like we just call them like shitty alt night or whatever. People will just roll alts. I'll sometimes take breaks and like not tank. I'll do other things, and everything will just feel different. Everything feels harder. People get dumb. We barely get through fights. We rely on the people who don't switch to alts to like carry us through. And in the meantime, we're just like chickens with their heads cut off. And yeah. so we just kind of deal with that. And we do that for the rest of the season. You know, so while it is very repetitive, I have seen over the years that people have been enjoying the consistency. Like they're cool with it. And so I'm cool with it. Let's do ready PvP. Yeah, that'll be something that'll be like, oh boy. You know, like I try not to touch raid nights, like, because people who show up, they have that expectation, and I kind of like empathize or I feel the discomfort when I say like maybe an hour, you know, an hour before the raid is normally supposed to end. All right, cool, we're done. Let's do some remix stuff. And then some people are like, yay, and other people are like, oh, okay, well, have a good night, guys, and they dip out. Unless they feel like staying, but most of the time they don't. So other times where like new things have presented themselves, it hasn't really been like a big deal. So would it surprise you that very low percentage of people playing remix are interested in grinding to $9.99? Let's Like it usually takes a break after AOTC and gets the band back together each season. People that like Mythic Plus, they do that. Only thing I really do as a gym really is HR when someone starts 2 months drama. That's kind of me too. You know, I'll be the punching bag for that sort of stuff. You know, whenever there are like disputes, like even for things like loot, I'll be like, okay, I'll just make the decision sometimes. So that way, if there is some sort of conflict, then that conflict is mostly directed towards me and not towards someone else. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have people in the team have a problem with me than with other folks, because that I can kind of control. If that makes any sense. It's hard to control like two people who are like having a spat or whatever. So it feels weird to kind of say I would rather take someone's side. It's much more nuanced than that. But in so few words, I would rather do that and then deal with the aftermath, because it's going to be on me, rather than try to like wrangle the two kids who are like who are like going at each other's throats. So, but it never gets that bad, really. I thought it was just, you know, I plucked my eyebrows because of jitters or something. No. It's skin problems. So, yeah, you know, people like itch and all that. It's very inconvenient. It's not nearly as bad as what other people go through. Like let me look. I haven't really like looked at like how bad this is. Sorry, this is my mirror now. Nah, it don't look that bad. I've had worse. I've had way worse. Anyway. It's our guild in the first few weeks of a brand new race season. Everyone can come, but expectations is that if a main raider needs the gear, it's passed to them. It's great for me because I don't mythic raid, but I get some early gear from my mythic plus grind, earlier TC and vault gear. 100% win for me. We don't regularly recruit, so like it's not very often where someone new will come in at the start of a, in the middle of a season or something like that. But because we do we regularly do 2 raid nights a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday is whatever we push. Thursday is progression, so naturally fewer people show up for progression. Cowards. But I also don't I don't give people too hard of a time for it, but I'll do some general bitching. I'll be like, oh my god, guys, we just don't have enough healers showing up for Thursdays. And I usually know why. Usually. Some it's because like they're cowards too. Don't get me wrong. So sometimes I gotta change things up. I don't think I had to do it for this season. Because we nailed it. But I think like there are other times where I'll be like, oh no, we're extending. Fuck this, dude. We got everyone, we're all going. Screw your re-clear. And we'll push. Sometimes I gotta do that in order to get the whole team together. But yeah, if someone joins, if someone's new and they want to come on a Thursday, I'll usually say no, because like, oh, so hey, yo, we're doing progression right now. It's not going to be fun for you. There might not be any drops, and we might get mad at you because you're just going to eat the floor. I don't really say it like that, but I'll basically say like, hey, come by Tuesday, man. Come by Tuesday. That's when we have our full runs. Most of us have like that gear. You'll get some free stuff, and then hopefully you'll stick around. There was I think this season there was this death knight that showed up named Trons, and people were a big fan of the name. I think yeah, people were a big fan of the name. Dude, it's Trons, let's go, and he was doing decent, and then all of a sudden he just like disappeared, right? Totally disappeared. Was never heard from or seen again. But oh well, that's just kind of how that goes. But at least the way that we do our routines, it's not like Trons like took gear from people or anything like that. At least not that I know of. The folks who've been around, they've stayed pretty consistent. So, am I on live or PTR? I'm on the Peter right now. Question: If I want to also try the housing, do I have to download the PTR version of Retail? No, because there was a housing test on the PTR, but that's over now. So there ain't nothing going on there. You can look at the dashboard that I can't move, but yeah, you can look at the dashboard. Ooh, fancy. Oh, there's a level 6 there. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Nothing yet. Running a plus 49 is easy now. Gives the same achievement. So yeah. Do you think the furniture with the expansion-specific currencies are too expensive? Like the surface metal ones just seem uber expensive for a single furniture item. Is more expensive than their amount from the vendor. I have a great way to answer that question. I'm before stream, because my dumbass didn't sleep enough. I should have just went back to bed for a little bit. Not there. Not there. Okay. I thought I had it up. So I made a spreadsheet that kind of, I wanted to get an idea of where the alpha was at. So this spreadsheet, it's not for any informational purpose other than to see where the development of decor is at. So what I did is go to the housing website. I went to the housing website and I just pulled up everything that I just pulled up the filters, and from the filters I looked at all the reps. These are all the reps that we know of right now, and here are all the currencies that are used to buy decor. I don't know what the amount is. I don't really care right now, but again, I just wanted to get an idea of what stuff is, what's in the alpha at the moment. So we get an idea of, okay, this is what we should do, or these are the things that are being put more focus on. So for example, when it comes to resources that are being used to buy stuff, BFA seems to be the most developed. So folks that want to buy stuff from BFA, they're going to be getting war resources. They're going to get service medals. They're going to get a bunch of Mechagon stuff. They're getting freaking my favorite thing, god damn it, horrific vision currency, as well as the island expedition stuff. So you'll be using that stuff to buy decor. Have fun. But then meanwhile, because some other expansions they have less emphasis on having separate currencies for activities, they're not there, or they're just not there yet. Shadowlands has a suspiciously small amount of things to buy right now, but I think it's only because they just haven't done like a full pass on it yet. Like there is like 1 or 2 things you buy with Anima, 1 thing you buy with Stygia, but like that's it. But it gives you a sense of like the kinds of currencies that you might want to start amassing for the near future. But then also the reputations are very important too. So like a lot of War Within reps, those are in and available, so you can buy a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of Legion stuff that you'll be able to get, and a lot of that stuff comes from using order resources. So get on all them alts across all your classes, because you're going to be buying stuff with like each one of those. It might not be much, you know, and in a lot of cases, you may only need to just get the achievements. You know, just knock out the achievements, you'll get some stuff. You might not want, and you might not care to get extras, but there are some items that you can get that are outside of these that you just buy with currencies and whatnot. The tillers, you'll be buying stuff from each of the tillers people. There's of course the vanilla races and towns, but yeah, lots of War Within stuff as well. A couple small things across Dragonflight, and I'm sure there's going to be like a few more that are dropped in certain areas. I got into the alpha earlier this morning because I did manage to do a character copy before they were disabled, but unfortunately my renown level with the the Kyrian Covenant people, that one didn't follow over, so I wasn't able to check and see if what I wanted to look for was, can I use that one Trial of Ascension? I think that's what it's called, the Trial of Ascension vendor person, the one who crafts things with your Shadowland, with certain Shadowlands resources. I wanted to see if I can make decor with that, because I have a bunch of extras that I think I could still like make a whole bunch of. I want to see if I could use that to like make things, but haven't seen it yet. But we still have a few months left for them to add to this list and to provide like more stuff. And then of course there's like what I didn't include here were profession stuff, because we know we have a good gauge of what's going on there, at least for now. But do I think they're expensive? I don't know yet. But I guess it's too early to say, because they could always like make all sorts of adjustments. So like, let's take a look real quick, because I don't know off the top of my head. So we'll go to Browse Score. We'll change the filters and change it to, what was it again? The service medal things. So there's these. So for example, if I want any of these, now some of these, like this one, you'll notice, like if you get this if you get this achievement, you get 1 for free. So you get 1. But what if I want more? What if I want this war tent? It's going to cost me 200 honor-bound service medals. I don't know what that means anymore. But yeah, it's going to cost that much. But it's like, how many do you want? I guess for me, I'd be like, okay, maybe I want like a handful of these. That's $1.50 for that one. For this other one, this one is also $1.50. And if I want 1 table, and I probably just want 1 table, then I'll need 300 for that one. And then I don't know what the I don't think the Alliance version is available yet. Yeah. 200 is a lot since you barely get 5 to 15 for a week. That's it. I think I got more. I thought there were other ways to get it. Aren't those old in PvP? No, no, those are from like assaults. Like if you do those faction assaults or whatever. But I could have sworn you got more than that because how much was the mount? Anyone remember how much the mount was? I know that was like one of the more expensive. Maybe it was the most expensive thing. But I know there was that one. Oh yeah, Warfronts too. Yeah, so I would really like to have I'd really like to be able to solo Warfronts. If we can do that, that'd be the shit. Let's see, there'll be PvP only. Yeah, I know that there are PvP only items as well. Some of the stuff that's just like bought with honor, I believe. So let's clear this guy out. We'll go here to honor. Yeah, so you got banners, woo. That's not so bad. Yeah. Because think about this, like the time's gonna come where it's like, okay, we still don't know what's gonna happen with Comstock, right? We still don't know if we're going to if we'll be able to easily like get honor, marks of honor with that stuff, because we have learned that there's going to be like both Arathi Basin and Silverlight Shard mines or whatever. It's that one. That both of those are going to be like considered like a training sort of PvP thing, but we don't know what the rewards are yet. Everyone wishes he could solo Warfronts. Oh, me too, dude. I just had fun doing it. Now, I'm sure like right now, I guess if they did make it a thing right now, it wouldn't feel very fun, would it? No. Actually, no, you can't just go to the end, right? You have to capture all the points. Then the boss comes out. Right. I kind of remember that. I remember how I played Warfronts though. I loved being in the back. I did not care being on the front lines. I just wanted to like gather stuff and power up the troops and then just watch as like they sweep the land. And then when I was ready, I would put on the corgi glasses. That was the best. I wish I took like footage of that stuff. I don't think I have footage of that anymore, screenshots or whatever. But then just imagine like, a bunch of dudes just, barreling over a hill or down the road, and they're all like puppies, or they're like puppies that are riding wargs. It's hilarious. ML PvP furniture should be bought with marks of. Oh, okay. Speaking of marks of honor, that is a thing too. But I don't recall if there were like a lot of them that offered that. So mark of honor. So here's the stuff with marks of honor. So you get treasure chests or a mysterious die. That's kind of funny that you can troll people, be like, oh dude, power up, and then people will instinctively like try to grab it. But these all do also come from achievements, right? So you do the achievements, you get one, and the marks of honor are for you to get more. And that's an important distinction to make. People will be like, oh man, it's going to take me forever to like get this and this and this, but you might already get it. What people will want to focus on with the things that are just coming from like just resources are the ones that you can't, or things that you want more of, not necessarily like the first one that you get maybe from an achievement. So it's a lot to track, dude. It's a lot to track, and it wouldn't be responsible for me to release the spreadsheet or to make a video out of this, because it's so in development. There's like so much more that we need to learn. Haven't been on the Warfront since BFA. Kind of excited to try it. Yeah, I haven't done it either. Maybe I did like one or two because I think the guild or some other people, they like got together. I mean, you can make a group for it. That could be a thing. Like maybe I could. This is me who hates bugging, but maybe like every day I'll like get on or actually, well, it has to be up. Oh, that's annoying too. Damn Warfront has to be up. But like every now and then, like I'll be like, all right, guys, let's go. And then we'll take, I don't know what the minimum number of people is in order to just queue up. But man, I wanted to be able to queue up on my own. It just kind of sucks. I would say as of now, the most expensive decor is the serpent shrine thing that has an orb of mystery in it to craft. Oh, that thing will look cool too. Here, let me show you guys what he's talking about. So I think I could just type in serpent. So I think I know what you're talking about. No, that's not it. It was like this crazy looking statue, right? Oh, I think I need to... do I have filters on? No, no filters on. Realms are up? Okay, cool. Bye! Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. Bummer. Yeah, I thought it was a craftable thing. But, oh well. The room thing bums me out. I think the most it should be is 1 point small, 2 point medium, 3 point large room, or they should scrap the pre-made room shapes and just let us build our own rooms and a stairways. I think it's that whole shock of change, right? No one likes that. Oh my god, it was like this before, and now it's not. Because I'm kind of the same way too, but I also get over everything like hell fast. So. And look at that! We got some folks coming over. What's up to Achilles and the friends? Hey, Soul. We're just getting on to live realms right now because, hey, they just came up. But we've been talking smack about some housing stuff and looking at endeavors. We were taking a closer look at that, and maybe I can talk that up a little bit in a video tomorrow for perhaps. It'll just be like a quick one. 5-minute thing to just talk about endeavors and like the scope and what we expect and all that. And I got a lot of cleaning to do. Actually, no, my parents did a really good job of cleaning up after themselves on their way out. You know, they vacuumed stuff up, they cleared out the fridge and all that. So, like, I think I'm okay. But I still gotta clean. Now I can enjoy lunches and dinners quietly and watch anime while I'm doing it instead of them playing whatever the hell Filipino drama thing that's playing. Or my mom was on a really big Viking kick. She was binging the hell out of like Netflix stuff because she doesn't know how to use Netflix. I had to like teach her how to do it, and she don't have it obviously. But she was watching the hell out of like Viking shows. And then when she ran out of those, because she just straight up ran out of shows to watch, she was watching like some different period pieces and stuff like that instead. I'm like, okay, cool, have fun, mom, bye. So, Zabrak, hey, what's up, dude? Let's see. I just noticed there are achievements you can't get in game, but the same name but added to the name, such as specific monk legion stuff. I mean, some of the ways that the site filters everything out, some of it's kind of messy. So, like, I think there is like one currency that's being tracked like multiple times. Whoops. Tuesday vaults? Yep, it's time. Let's see what it gets. Transmog. Transmog. That's all I can hope for these days. Come on, transmog stuff. Nope. No transmog stuff. Sad song. Well, I guess I'll get a socket. Yay, socket. You love Viking stuff? Cool. Like, she watched Last Kingdom first. And then after that, she started watching Vikings, the one from the old History Channel or whatever. And she kept going, oh, I want don't the stories connect? Do we see the same characters again? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't watched all these shows. But she was on it. Non-stop, dude. They should have kept the socket name as Sad? As Sad? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, as for the room size stuff, we knew it was going to happen. You know, I think we'd be lying to ourselves um, if we thought that it would just stay like that. Because 100%, we would just have nothing but large rooms. That would be the meta, if there's such a thing as that. But I guess the thing is too, like people who come into this day one without knowing anything beforehand, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, cool, everything will make sense to them, probably. But everything will probably make sense to them. You know, the rest of us are gonna seethe over. Oh, remember what it was like during the playtest, man, when we had like a 10,000 limit? Yeah, I remember that. So, the item you can buy to Atasaka had an abbreviation of SAD for season 2. Oh, that's funny. You got updated boots? Nice. Congratulations. Good morning, Rocket. Or Rock Cat? Rocket? No. I still haven't bought a thing yet, though. I still have yet to buy an item, and I don't know what to get. I mean, this would be the most sensible upgrade, because I have a normal one, and I could get a heroic one, but I could always just wait for it to drop too, so I'm not really tripping over it. I guess the question asked is like, okay, what would be useful for leveling? Maybe I can just get something that's very DPS-y and just start nuking dudes as I level, but that doesn't seem to be a big deal either. So I think in the end I might just go for like something that has like transmog. Yeah, that might be the right play. Yeah, so I think for now I'll just get nothing. I'm just gonna kind of go through the motions and just do this as I go, and yeah. Because there's nothing I want. Sad. Rock Cat. Right on, dude. I'll try to remember. Alright, so did this. Is there anything that I need to do here, or can I get back on the remix? At some point I do need to do, what's her face? Ninja Lady. Assassin. Boom. Kind of does it. I need to take care of her. Someday. I don't think we're gonna get like a new like super boost to gear. I think turbo boost is it. I can't really expect more than that. And even then, like she one-shots you anyway. The best I can hope for is, okay, cool, I do some additional damage so I can reduce the number of phases I have to go through with her to like, you know, 1 or 2 less. But that's it. I guess I'm still butthurt over myself for not getting it done like during the preseason. Then I would have been like, yeah, look how good I am. Nope. Now it's just like, I don't care. Who cares? It's stupid. That's my petty attitude when it comes to that sort of stuff. Yeah, even for remix stuff, like I feel like I'm not done, but I'm also done. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing crazy that I need to work towards. Let's see, campaigns. No, I don't even think I have campaign chapters to do. So let's. I don't like any of these. Fall of Wardens, heroic or higher. Oh, that doesn't help. Normal. Oh, none of these are related. So you know, okay, I'll pick these two up. Actually, no, I'll pick up all these, and then I'll hopefully I can do like a redo. Yeah, I can reset my things, and then we'll see what we get. So, oh, I thought I was able to. Wait, hold on. So let me get rid of this one. I thought I saw a dialogue that says, "Okay, give me a new set." Boom. All right, so I can do the heroic dungeon one. That one's cool. And I can switch this out for the something kill elite enemies. Does this count dungeon dudes too? I think this counts dungeon dudes. And if it doesn't, I'll get mad. Whole reason I'm remixing is for the violet spelling. Everything else is icing. Yeah, I'm going for the housing stuff. So what am I at right now? 1.1? Cool. I bought some stuff, but not terribly much stuff. And I think there were like a few toys that I picked up too. Like I wanted to get the floating Khadgar head, and that cost like 100 grand. I'm like, oh, that takes a big bite out of thing. All right, so we're doing Vault of Zawodins on heroic. Let's go. Horseman just falls over. Oh, I gotta do that too. Actually, no, I don't. I mean, I can go for the mount, but that's not a big deal. But you know, I'll do my one. I did finish the set finally. Yesterday. I was just doing one a day. Just doing one a day. Have I seen the Heronir dance? I have not. Where's it at? You did get the mounts. Nice. Grats, dude. So what kind of dance is it? Is it a cool dance? Actually, I imagine that it would be similar to the dance. Well, maybe it's not, but I mean, when we saw the Heronir do that dance during the War Within cinematic, like they did a thing. But I know that this dance, you know, that the dance emote is supposed to be like a, you know, some sort of spoof on something else. But it's a rain dance. Interesting. So is it like the cinematic or no? Because that'd be kind of cool. And then again, there's you know, there's the male and female version. So there's that too. You got the mount and Arthas. Nice. I got a second Arthas. I'm like, oh, that's great. Woo. I can't even trade it to anyone who was in the group. So sad song. I would have I wouldn't have mind giving it away. Yeah, if you got a link to the dance, or is it just on like the Wowhead thing? You know, the dressing room, because you just do that too. I don't know if there was like some, you know, animated link. So here, not an allied race. They start at level 1. I don't know. I think they start at level 1 because they're not considered like a hero kind of race or class, since it's not a class. Not one. They'll start at level 10, but I think that's it, right? From Murgan. Okay. So go ahead and check it out. Oh, where are you at? You. There you go. I'm thinking of switching out my my accessories so I can just make so I can just have all the procs. I feel like it's goofy, but I want one of those. I want one of those. Just so I have all the procs. Oh, actually, I'm gonna need one. I'm gonna need this one too, so I have the lightning shit. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? So five accessories. So that's gonna mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I need all 5 accessories to be like a little bit different if I want to have like one of everything. Because I just want to be like, you know, I just want to have like everything drop and get stupid. It's not gonna be like top damage, but I'm a tank. I don't give a shit. You know, but if I'm soloing stuff, I just want like rain of bullshit to like just come down from the sky for fun. Let's see. I have the white one, but not the one I'm getting from Headless Horseman. Next, I think don't have access to 2. Yeah. I have a sheet somewhere that shows like what everything is. But yeah, the goal is I want to try and have like all the procs. Is that possible? Allo race used to mean a reused animation rig from an existing main race to start at level 10 with a unique starting zone. Isn't that just all the races these days, though? I don't know. A while ago, you sent in a video you wore a Big Reputation t-shirt with Exalted Reputation on it. Is there any way you can share where you got that, please? I love it. That was the official guild shirt for one of our BlizzCons. So that's something that I made. I haven't made it like publicly available because it has Prisoners of Warcraft on it. So it's a guild shirt. And not everyone might care about a guild shirt. I have seen people ask about it though, and I don't know how to handle that, or I don't know what I'll do about that. Should I just leave it as is and just be like, all right, cool, if you want it, you want it. Now you're an honorary member of the guild. But then people will ask, oh, can I get one with my guild on it? Nope. Can't do that. If anything, I'm busy. If anything, my not busy, but I am kind of preoccupied with making a different kind of shirt, or a different season of swag, I guess you can kind of call it. You're gonna hate it, but this one's based on Xalatath, so. Beanies. I don't know about beanies. Or toques, as the Canadians call them. I don't know if the site that I use does beanies though. And what's this thing? It's up here. I don't know what that is. That's a quest of some sort. Also socks. Nope. It's just gonna be the usual shirt and mugs. Now the toes thing is so, it feels not played out, but I can do some. We can do with something different. People aren't here yet? Where they at? Okay, they're not here. Have you seen their new emotes? I have not. No. Oh, thank you. I can't say I put that much effort into it. I just needed to find a font that I could license. And that's it. Just Big Reputation. But it is one of my favorite shirts. Stale? I'm just gonna say played out. I feel like it's played out. No. Oh no. Hope I'm out of combat. Yay. Alright, I gotta do a little bit of thinking now. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he better release, dude. Can't stop this crane. He's not even gonna release. Coward. Yeah, they released. Good on them. Good on them. Now, if I did socks, they would just be like, I would just make socks and then they would be based on the color. And the shirt and the company would just need to be able to supply the color. That's it. I think that's all I'd be able to do. I wouldn't be able to do too much more. Like, I don't think I'd want to put like Xalatath's face on it. That'd be kind of weird to put on socks. I can't do like the midnight logo, then that's trademark, and you know. different problems. Yep. Okay. It was feet. Ah, yeah, I think I saw someone use it on a Discord channel. So it's probably the same difference. Is it just like dangling feet? I remember that was one of the things that people were very disappointed about in the midnight opening cinematic. They're like, what? She just came out of the ground? Oh, hell no. How dare they? Yo, you gonna show her or what? Come on. There we go. The moon dude was just like vibing. He was like, yo, I hope someone gets it pretty soon. Yeah. I think yeah, that was it. Very creepy. Very creepy, very cool. Come on, let's go. Oh, that was way late. Okay, so I think I saw a quest here. Okay, a grim matter. Let's find out what this thing is. Oh, that's a world quest. Never mind, I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm alright. So that took care of it? Yeah, it took care of all the questies. Yay! They do a cinematic where she opens a portal on someone's chest and rises out of it. That would rock. Damn, whose chest? Who would be the unlucky sucker? A willing sacrifice. Oh my god, Zaltad, please step on me. Something. Yeah, we got people who do that. Okay, so what else we got? We've got a Storm Runner, that's easy. Oops. We got one of those. No campaign. Okay, so I'll do the same thing. So I'll pick up Neltharians, because that one can be queued up for. And then can I dump a thing again? Yes, I can. Okay, so we got kill demons. So which one do we have? We have Neltharians, Heroic or higher, and Tempest Wrath. Okay, that's not so bad. So let's do actually I'll do Neltharian's Mythic. Yeah. Yeah, so that would be fine. Oh no. Do I have to do I think I have to do this with a dungeon finder? No, I don't. Yay! So I'll do Nelths. Okay, I'll try to do Nelths. Boop. Boop. Alright. That'll work. Go through my bags here and didn't see tonight. I had a 7-1 BOE from the raid. Nice! Money! Hopefully money. Some stuff has been selling still. Like, it ain't so bad. They did show the full model on the live Gamescom stage, so the high def feet models exist. I mean, I have a feeling though, like, those cinematics, they're also like already done and over with, you know? So if there's any feedback to give, it's too late for that. Scrapping my UI, UI saying they're not doing it. Weak cores, all that stuff. Only problem I have with base UI is that you have your portrait on a unit frame. I can't toggle it off, and the bag shows all 6 bags or 2. The reagent pouch is always shown. Oh, you mean this thing in the corner here? Yeah. I think there's something that I use. Okay, maybe I don't remember too well, but like Yeah, just leave it here in the corner and I don't really notice. Like doing it below your chat log is probably also like one that some people will do. Put on for 100K? Damn. That'd be pretty generous if it sells like that on your realm. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get away with like more than 40, 50 or something like that. But you could be surprised. I remember I sold an Undermine belt after the season started for, I think, 80 grand or something like that. I was like, dude, I was surprised that it sold. Yeah, money. So next price is $1.15. Oh, there's a fair chance it might go. Good luck. All right, so we doing mythic. Let's go. I feel like there should be more customization. I agree, but you know, we'll have to see like what else is being, you know, we'll see how the API continues to evolve. It's been like kind of a weekly thing, you know, so we're seeing these incremental changes of them doing like the whole rebuild of like what's allowed and not allowed to be shown from the secrets thing, and up to them to see how they want to see if there's like some sort of newfangled tech they can think of to try to make it possible without being a backdoor. Because that's the thing, like you know, you allow, like if you allow something like, hey, I want to see like the frames that'll show me boss HP and stuff like that. That's a easy backdoor to creating logic based add-ons, and you can't really do that. You know, the dominoes, they fall really quick. But hopefully they'll just figure something out and make that tech malleable. Delayed transmog hunters probably? Maybe. You know, people who are just kind of like hedging on, okay, can I get this thing soon? Or, you know, can I just keep farming Undermine to eventually get it? Or should I just buy it now? And they might have the money. And they just buy it. Good for them. I'm jealous. Big money. Like folks who are opting to not do remix stuff, and they just, you know, and they're just sticking around to help the folks who are on who are doing season stuff still, help them like gear up. I'm sure crafters who are sticking around, they're making pretty good bank, you know, because there's probably less competition for them, because you know, maybe some, like for example me, like I'm not doing crafting stuff, I'm here doing remix busybody stuff or alpha or what have you. So oh, but see, yeah, like some of you guys might have seen like these, some of you might have seen me do it. So like here is, okay, that's not the real PSD. Where is the PSD? Shit. Uh-oh. It's somewhere. Promise. I know I didn't lose it. Personally, anecdotally, the prices felt like they fell off with remix. Oh yeah, I'm sure, because you know there's fewer people who are getting on and doing stuff. So that's how that goes. You know, no harm there. I think that this is the one. So this took a while to set up. This took about 2 weeks to set up this commission. But the idea was I wanted to take, for those who are familiar with Taylor Swift, she had an album come out called Midnights. And then I looked at this, and then I thought as Altath, I'm okay, I got to do a spoof of that. And so I commissioned someone to do like the same kind of pose, and then eventually I would just make it into like this little like logo here, just for funsies. But then I'm also gonna make it into like some swag sort of stuff. So I'm gonna take So this will probably be a shirt. And then maybe I'll do like that smaller version on like a mug or something, or I'll do like different versions of it, you know, for whatever people prefer, and like that's it. Yay! My only goal is to make my money back. I don't really, I never make this, I don't do the swag stuff for profit at all. I just do it because I'm like, oh, this seems fun, I want to do it. And then like I'll put in whatever time or money that it takes to make it, and then I'll just pray that I make the money back. So far I have, with the things that I've made, so I'm cool with that. Yeah, she's holding a lighter. So, there's the tweet that I had. Funny enough, it turned out to be one of my most liked tweets ever. But I'm bad at social media anyway. So where is it? Okay, no, only 500. Okay, no, I've had better. Anyway, but here's the comparison that I wanted to pull off. On my server, people are offering crazy high tips to force people to log out a remix and do the crafting. Oh, that's hella funny. No, yeah, I think my realm it's populated enough that there are people who are filling the gaps. But I'm pretty sure that people are tired of waiting too. I'm sure some professions are more impacted than others. So all I'm seeing is a little girl with a lighter. I know it's cute, huh? Yeah. My Turtle Beach stealth thingy it came back for a full replacement. Oh. I think Hotzi just forgot what Zaltat looks like. Like, oh, I just thought feet. Alright, I think I've done all the, what's it called? Something of the Titans quests? Pillar of the Titans quest. I think I did all the tournaments. It took me forever to do it, because like what I ended up doing so many times is like I would do the dungeon and then I'd just leave immediately. And I wouldn't get the quest item or whatnot that you needed. So for the longest time, I was like, okay, I gotta get this thing, and I just keep forgetting. Every time. Feet first. Hey, some people are still hooked on like, oh, I just liked it when she was a knife. That's it. That's how they prefer her. It's just a different kind of weird. Oh yeah, what was that one spreadsheet I have? Let's see. Where is that gear spreadsheet? Okay. Is it this one? Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me kill this thing first. Ugh. Hurry up and die! Ah. Boom. Okay. Anyway, so let me unbold these. Okay, so the things that I want. So let's go with like this one first. So that's one ring. Okay. I don't need that one. This is the other ring, which is going to be the neck. Let's go with this as one of the necks. And then 2 trinkets. Light's Vengeance is 1. And wait, is that all of them? Oh, Souls of the Claw. Here we go. This one. Okay, so let me see if I got this right. So, trinket, ring, ring, neck. So, wait, Brewing Storm. Wait, that's different. Shit. I think Storm Surge is the one that I actually want. So, oh fuck. Okay, that fucks it up. So, I want the thing that automatically throws down shit. So, I have to pick up this one, or I can get the neck. Can I just change it for the neck too? No. I can. Wait, Vault. Yeah, Vault of Magics I need. All right, chat, help me. I'm gonna confuse myself trying to figure this out. So 2 rings, 2 trinkets, 1 neck. I want to get one of everything. Between, okay, not Brunestone. I'm just gonna mix that. So, if I pick up this one, okay, Light's Vengeance is a neck. That's also a neck. Okay, so that's a ring. So can I pick up this as a ring? And then pick up this as a neck? Does that do it? Ring, trinket. So I think this works, right? Light's Vengeance, Souls, Storm, Tear, Magics. Okay, I think I have a plan. Oh no, I'm not talking about what's popular. I just want all the procs. That's it. I want all the procs at once. The only one that I don't need is I'm My Scars, because that is one that I'm gonna have, because I'm not gonna change my thing here. So that's fine. So I don't need Touch of Malice, I don't need I Am My Scars. And then all the other things don't matter except for the Storm thing. So I think this covers everything. Yeah. I think this covers everything. But now I just gotta be on a hunt for this stuff. Which means I'm gonna play like it's like normally, right? I'm gonna keep playing until I get all the gear that I want. Mahahaha. Let's see if a comment does 4 laps this week in Black Temple before opening the door. Wait, he does laps? Wait, how come I can't loot? Am I in combat or something? You know, I've been running, so I think I am kind of stuck in combat. Yeah. Oh well. Well. Mailbox will save me. I hope. Thanks, Sirius. Every week since Turbo Boost, the comma has been started doing laps around the final ramp, and every week is adding a lap. That's hella funny. That's different. All right. Turn my 7-minute runs into 11-minute runs. Okay, that's fast. That's pretty fast. I know I take my sweet ass time doing that stuff. All right. Yay. Oh, I didn't kill enough enemies. Oh, I forgot to change my spec thing. Oh, what a loser. Oh well. I'll get over it. For now, let's see what kinds of goodies I can get. So, alright, so I just want, not just want, I want a lot of shit. So, I want these things, these 5 things. Cool. Okay, okay. Are there any that I do have already? So I have the band. I have the seal. I have not that, not that, and not that. Okay, so I just need these three: glimmering soul bloom, chattering soul mark, and chain of scorched bones. Okay. So let's see. Did I open up everything that I could so far? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, so I'll just make it easy. Glimmering, shattering, chain. Nope, nothing. Sad. Sad song. So that would be the plan. Once I get those pieces, I'll replace the things that I have. I don't know, I'll scrap the rest or put them in a mailbox or something like that and like leave it at that. Cool. So now I need to do stuff. Shit. Now I gotta play. I guess I'll do stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll do stuff. So, Nighthold, Mythic, go. Yay. You need the offhand? Oh, you're still going for it. Oh, man. Good luck, dude. Are you just using one character a week? Because there's that. Nothing. Oh, it's a bummer, dude. Just wait till Burning Crusade Remix. Wait until that's a thing. I actually don't imagine that. I'm pretty sure the next remix would be BFA. Honestly, I can't imagine any others because now that we got a taste of the remix with Mythic Plus, I don't think there's any going back. I don't think we can have another remix that doesn't have Mythic Plus in it. People would just be tilted. They'd be like, "Oh, this is the boringest shit, Blizz. There's like nothing to do, grr, nothing to work towards." Unless by the time TBC comes up, they will have actually converted all those dungeons into something that's Mythic Plusable, but that might not be until like years from now. So, bummer. It'd be cool though. But I have a feeling that any remix without Mythic Plus is going to fall flat. You been on BFA? I'm thinking BFA as well. It makes the most sense. I feel like out of the, I think Dragonflight's too soon. And then Shadowlands is just too limited, unfortunately. There's just not enough like stuff to do. It would just be Mythic Plus that you do there because you would knock everything out hella fast. Oh, wait, whoa, what? Saved. I don't want to be saved. Oh, this is Emerald Nightmare? What the fuck? Wait. This is Nighthold. Yeah. Nighthold. Well, this is as night. Oh, so it's the wrong goddamn thing. This dude is new. So where are we going? Just start clearing Nighthold without him? An Emerald Night. Oh, he fucked up. He fucked up. Good going. I don't want to do Emerald Nightmare. I want Nighthold. Do 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 do. Speed run. Sure. Okay, let me try to pronounce this one. I'm not going to do a great job. Okay, it's Freizit Spieler. Nope, didn't do so great. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. Always neutral, never biased. That is not true. That part is not true. I am extremely biased towards paladins. I want to make that clear. I look out for my pink homies. 100%. 100%. Spare time gamer. Is that what it stands for? Or is that what it translates to? That's kind of cool. That's a normal difficulty. God damn it. Let me out. Oh my god, I can't leave. Oh no, wrong way. Jesus, man. But the German was really good. Oh, was it? Oh boy. Nah, I feel embarrassed. I don't think I did so great. Thank you though. I said rather be remixing Last Titan than it fits with it being the Northrend. I still feel very strongly that like if it doesn't have Mythic Plus, it just doesn't have that staying power. Wrath does have a lot of side questing. I just don't know if it's enough though. I mean, it's okay. It wouldn't be enough for phases, in my opinion. I don't think that would work. And I'm behind. Oh no. Wait for me. Oh, I'm not the only one. They gave a slight mythic to Lich King and Kata. Yeah, but they got to do like all of them, though. You know, it wouldn't feel right. You know how the Mop remix was kind of like awkward. Like, okay, here are some raids that worked with with Flex. Actually, here's one raid that worked with Flex. The other ones, sorry, get fucked. And then Wrath doesn't have any of that, except Ulduar. So that's a lot of conversion that they need to do. So just purely on the basis of grr, those lazy devs and recycling content, having that in mind, BFA makes total sense. To at least to be first in line, or to be the next one. Shadowlands remix would go the hardest, but nobody wants it. It would be curious to see like what they would do with so things to point out about remixes is that they don't do things to like alter stuff very much. With this, with the Legion remix, they went with the heroic world tier, which was kind of cool. They added some stuff, but it's not. I would say it's not too transformative. I would love to see something like, okay, give us that whole unlimited turbo gas climb and see how high we can get up. But yeah, I don't quite see that being sustainable either. Ah. Sounds would be nice to get a lot of the stuff without grinding all covenants on retail, but I could definitely see VFA being first. Oh, I don't the boss. Damn it. I'm here for like gear, dude. Don't forget to loot the boss. I never played Remix. Can you solo all content on your character? Eventually, yeah. Eventually. But right now I'm doing a mythic raid. We're just kind of like cutting through. It's as if we're doing old content at this point, and like someone happens to be a bit higher of a level, and can do it. But otherwise, yeah, you can. Like the remix is mostly made to be kind of a playground. Let's just kind of get goofy. Do some of get some of the story that maybe you haven't experienced, but otherwise, it's like super fast mode. Don't think of it like it's not like a Legion classic or anything like that. Like it's fast. It's very, very fast. As you can see, it's pretty chill. But then as for like non-mythic and okay, mythic stuff you can eventually solo, but like keystone dungeons, like at high levels, those are tougher to solo. You'll eventually want to have some help, but I'd say it's very easy to just get into a group these days. Once you're max level, you might, it might be harder to get into like a mythic one, but as for like getting into like normal and heroic, you can do that while leveling. Okay, you can get to normal raids while leveling. Heroic, I believe you do need to be max level. Mythic, obviously you do, but it's pretty accessible. We're only a few weeks in, and people are just kind of like cutting through, and it's just gonna get faster and faster. So, how many unbound? Great question. I'm at 107 right now. Actually, it can get higher, I think. So, yeah, I think I have enough points to get a little higher. So 107. But it's not even a goal anymore. It's not even like a thought. I'm like, I'm good enough. We're fine. We're fine. But you do gain them pretty fast, especially if you happen to do Nighthold, you get a whole bunch of that currency that you can use to get like big boosts to your infinite power. And there are some geared people here who are doing all the tryhard stuff. I'm one of the lobies that's just kind of coasting. So you're shooting for the feat of strength. Good luck, dude. Good luck. Actually, I would say it's not too bad. I think if you just kind of like keep at the routine of like doing the mythic raids and stuff, I'd say that's like one of the more efficient ways to do it if you don't have a lot of time. But then afterwards, if you're like grinding, then yeah, you'll be trying to do like the fastest keys you can get into, for the quick clears. But I'd also say like, if you could just get into any runs that are like high level, I'd say that is probably more efficient than trying to queue up and be declined and keep trying to get into like these different runs. Just get into the ones, just do them as fast as you can, I would say. You do all the raids every day in 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that'll put you on a pretty good schedule. Like if you can commit to like, hey, I got like an hour, easy. That's like an hour a day or so. Honestly, you can make your own raid. People will join. The raids are very easy with level. Yeah. Like, as long as you can survive. If you're like too low level, then you'll just kind of like feel bad because your corpse running all the time. But then, yeah, you can just organizing the group. It's going to be fast. No one's going to care, honestly, what your item level is. They're just going to be like, oh, cool, someone's organizing, sweet. And then you don't even need a lot of anything. You just need 3 to 4 people that have super high item level, and you're good to go. The more the merrier. But I'd say if you get more than 10 people is like too much. Like pay it forward. Get some lobies in there too. Get a couple of folks in there so they can get started. So that way we can keep up that momentum and get more people geared, right? At 317 people to join so they fill up fast. Yeah. Well, I don't think they can even see what your versatility thing is, right? Unless you say it in the description or something. But yeah, now my goofy asses is just in here so I can get extra gear for more stupid shit. Of course, you can see on their buff. Oh, I'm just talking about like when you are just joining their groups. That's all. Oh shit! It's past 10. Ooh, is there one? Nope. We'll see at noontime though. We'll see at noontime. I mean, first of the month is Saturday, so we could get one today, but it might be later too. There's a solid group of players that just carry people through mythic raids and mythic 30s, so if you don't want to do it, you don't gotta, but I did it at a 665. Yeah, you don't need, yeah, it helps to be at a higher level to survive the plus 30s. Because you'll just get nuked by passive damage, for sure. Depending on the dungeon, too. But if the group doesn't care, then you just get hard carried. Hey, that's cool, too. Again, you just need, like maybe 2 people who are, like, super geared, and then you're fine. I have a Shard's Death. Oh, yeah, that has all sorts of, like, passive crap going on. The carry roll seems to be if you die, stay dead. Last one, Renan. I think especially for the raids at least, like we're seeing like the DPS stand out just fine, and they're killing it. So let them kill it. Like I probably can do Mythic, but it's faster, so might as well just keep running. What is it for the last Mythic Plus achievement? Is it 46 or something? I think it's 40. I think it's 40. So I'm at a buck 11 right now, and then we'll see what I'm at when we leave. So I'm a Nightmare and Trial of Valor on Mythic. It took a while because of the first boss. Oh yeah, that's annoying. Because you're kind of like running to try to separate those 2 bosses. Oh, it's 49. Oh, okay. So 49 is for like the Infernal or something like that. I don't mind picking that up. I mean, I think eventually, like I'm in no rush, but I think eventually, like I'll get it in January. Oh, there's something else at 49. Oh, okay. So I was right on that part. All right. Man, this month flew by. Thanks to my parents being in. Well, thanks to my parents being in, and then all the WoW stuff that's been going on over the month. Like, this month flew by pretty fast. Did I see the bug involving the brand morpher 3 weeks ago? No, I did not. Oh, yeah, portals. Oh, yeah. That would be useful to get. That's a 20, right? I don't know if I can do... Well, let's see. I'm at a buck 11. Can I do a 20? Am I on? I don't know. If you don't want to do the 49, you can just grind the 9. No. I'm not going to do that. For 3 days, someone was getting double rep with the brand morpher. That's interesting. On your own, probably not. Okay. Well, I mean, I got more. He carried me through 30. This is a few weeks ago now, though. Yeah, that one seemed fine. So I just don't know, like, what would be the difference between that and doing like a 20. So you did a 20 with 145 and 15 minutes left. Okay. Whoop. I mean, like I said, I'm in no rush as long as I get it. Because especially after those changes for DPS, I'm sure that helped a ton to help with the survivability. You know, even at low level keys, or no matter what, because you just get that buff when you're in a key. So like, it might be it'd probably be prudent for me to do it as Ret. I might have an easier time doing that because then I'll be able to just kill stuff faster. But then I'd have to learn how to Ret, and that's not going to work. Like, my lack of aptitude as a non-tank is legendary. It's bad. It's very, very bad. Like, I'm pretty much like, I'm pretty much like, oh, I gotta play as red, okay, and then also, or any other class. All right, one button, here we go. Like playing other classes and specs, it's like a different video game for me. Yeah, I would just do one button. And hey, that works. I'll do it. Later on, or in the upcoming patch, they're making it so they're making it so the press and hold function will work, which is great in two ways. Because one, it makes it so that like channeled spells, you'll be able to do the whole channel without it being interrupted. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I'm pretty sure that's how it works now. But two, you can straight up just hold the pedal down. Just get a pedal and just be like, all right, let's go. And then you just, boop, and then auto. Yeah. Now, the difference though, Hots, is that you don't have to worry about any danger of interrupting your own cast. You know, if it's whether it's you pressing it manually or doing a macro or whatnot. And there's no extra hardware needed for it. So, woohoo. All right, let's see what we got. That's not that from one button rotation anyway. It's like 3 buttons and DPS cooldowns. Yeah, it didn't seem all that different. I just know that like when I was doing some testing, I'm like, oh, it's not working at all. Like some abilities just weren't firing off. I only got 4 pieces of gear from that? Oh, that's kind of weak. Boo. Oh. Okay, so did I get it? I'll just do this. Nope. Nope. And nope. Lame. I did get caches to open up, but still nothing. Okay, so what am I at right now? I'm at what, buck 11, right? Buck 11. So I'll use these thingamajiggers. So now I am at a buck 21. So I gained 10 from that run, which is it's pretty on the mark for like what everyone else is doing. So cool. Easy peasy. All right, what else? Anything else I wanted to check out while I'm here? Okay, let me just clear out my stuff. Don't need any of these. And I think my speed's capped. Everything else is leech, so I'm like good to go. I guess I mean I don't think I really need to care much about my secondaries. I think they're all at what, like 100%, something like that. Yeah, 84% crit, 97. That's fine. That's fine. And mailbox. Okay, did I get enough modes for anything else? Hey, I got one more. And nope, nothing I need. Bummer. Yeah, I still don't have all 740 gear though, so I'm still missing like a ring for like volatile magics. That's crazy. Still haven't seen anything. And if I did, I missed it. So bugger for me. Yeah, that aside, I feel pretty damn strong. Let's see what else would be good. I did daily. Oh yeah. Levantis. Nope. I need 2 more dudes. Has this been achievable yet? Because I know I know like that one's come around and I haven't done it, and I think this one still has yet to show up here on US. And I think on EU realms it's a different boss that hasn't shown up, right? Oh, it was a few days ago? Oh, okay. All right on. Then I got to, I'm gonna take care of that. You're missing Calamari in the US? Okay, well, so I'll get it. So that'll get me the last one that I can possibly get, because I'm at 31 right now. And then after that, and then next week, there's going to be a couple more that come up, and I think we'll be able to max out our infinite knowledge. Yeah. Just lazy? Yeah, I'm lazy. What day was that? Because, like, I know I've been busy on some of these days. I've been doing, like, parental stuff. 34 is the max right now? Oh, shoot, what am I missing then? No, what am I missing? So, I'm missing the world boss one, and that's it. So some of you guys are at 34. Oh, there's a double Karazhan one? What does that mean? Or how do you get a double Karazhan one? Turn off the other phases? Okay. Yeah, this is all I got. Did I do the new quest line? Yes. Yeah, I did that one. So like, yeah, so I did the, where is it? Quests, Insurrection. Yeah, I did that. Doing Mythic gets you both? Yeah, I did do, I know that there was the, yeah, Karazhan stuff. Yeah, I got that. Oh, so some people got extras. I mean, grr, I'm really upset. Ah, what's the term? Shit. I'm so bad at this. Exploit early and often. But so it's 32 after. I had no idea there was a bug for it. But like, you'll notice too, there's way more than 36 that you can get. So like, here's the stuff that's coming later. So breaching the tomb, which is to do the campaign, do the heroic dungeon, do the raid, get some more of the world bosses, and do assaults. So people will max out. You know, if people have been going at it, they'll max out, and then any of the other stuff that they get. So like in these later phases, like they're just gonna get like a big old bag of bronze or something like that. So that's it. Of course, my focus is going to be on the decor related stuff. So let me see what's next. So actually, it's not much. So most of the decor related stuff is from the first phase. The rest of it is the rest of it is just like get exalted with Legion Fall, which is just do Broken Shore stuff, do Argus world quests, basically finish all the complete all the raids, and complete 10 Legion assaults, and that'll make me eligible for all the decor that comes out. And then when the vendor comes out, let's go. This million sum that I have all goes away. All goes away. You need Calamir? We'll get it. Just gotta pop on. I have not, but yeah, just gotta pop on and do stuff. Since I started, I might as well do the rest. So, Emerald, night stuff. Noobs only free carry. I'm a noob. But, yeah. Whatever. It's fall. Okay, I'm a noob. Fine. Declined. Oh, that's sad. Maybe I should take off my gear. Because I was like, dude, otherwise I'm just going to go my damn self. Sheesh. Do we have to buy multiples of it, or will it be available post-remix if you got one copy? I don't know. That's the trick. That's how they're getting us, dude. That's how they're getting us. So I would, I'm going under the assumption that no, that we will not be able to buy more. And if so, and even if they did, what would I rather spend to get more of these? Would I rather spend bronze or gold or order resources or something like that? Nah, man. I think I'd want to use, like, you know, these kinds of resources to get a bunch of them. Don't make me grimace and back off as if a Voidlord was after me, is if Go messes with any group interaction that makes me break out in hives. That's damn. That's a reaction. You're right. Okay. That's a very acute reaction to here, yeah. Is it set to... Oh, usually get to put your verse in your notes so people know you're caked up. Caked up? Ew. I'm going under the assumption the next time it'll be on a vendor. Oh man, if it was on like a time walking vendor, oh, that would be brutal. Yeah, I definitely would. Like, between bronze and most anything else, I would choose bronze. Because it's so easy, you know? 19 years of bad experiences. Right on, dude. I think I get it. Children, right? God. No, I bet you the person who made that is like, you know, well into his late 40s and all that. Just wants to feel young, wants to feel alive again. Currently have 19,000 time walking badges, lol, and that's after buying everything. During the anniversary event, you know, the big anniversary patch with War Within, guildmate of mine, he ended up farming up enough of those anniversary badges that he was able to buy, I think, like 100, almost 200,000 time war badges. So he's like, I feel like he's set for life. Dude is set for life. There's nothing he can stop, but he won't, because he just does that. But he's pretty sad. I am not like a big time walking person. Like, most of the time walking I get will be not even from, oh yeah, I guess it would be for, like, I get the most time walking badges during nothing, actually. I don't even put in the effort to turn in the damn quest that you get from, like, finding the little swirling time warp thing that you get at the end of a dungeon. I don't even have the energy to turn those in. I'm like that negligent of my own progression for stuff like that. Maybe hours, but that would be weird. I don't think it'd be so weird. I imagine that, with the exception of like candles and stuff, like most things that'll be on those vendors, people are gonna buy one of them and like that's it. Because they just want a candle or like a table. They're not gonna get like, I want to make a room full of tables, or I want to make a room made out of tables. Hell yeah. You know, not everyone's gonna do that. I'm just purposefully, you know, I purposely have this intent of buying like a shitload of candles to make like some creepy meme looking room. Is the BRD coming back for the anniversary? I imagine it should. They haven't said anything about it, but dude, I'm kind of tilted that it just didn't become like a permanent thing. I totally had it in mind that time walking, that the BRD raid would just be like a thing that's always up for classic time walking, because it makes sense. Making room out of tables bought with rare currency is a hell of a flex, though. Good point. No, I have intents. I have plans. Most of my plans are going to involve like Mechagon related stuff, at least so far, until I find like new materials. And that's like the joy and the horror of housing. Because like think of Legos. Okay, I'm totally not caught up with these guys. Like think of Legos. You get Legos and you want to make a certain thing, and then you make it, and then that's great. But then maybe you get like new Lego someday, and it's like, ooh, I can make this thing even better. And so you like break everything down and do a rebuild or something like that. And that's what housing is going to be over time. Like over time, I'm going to make my stupid house that looks like a giant cannon. And it's going to be like, all right, here's a cannon Mark 1, and it's going to look like this. But then eventually there's going to be like a new round of decor, a new endeavor, a new patch or something like that. I'm like, oh, dude, I can replace this, these materials with that. That would look sick. And then I do it. I would just like do a big dismantling of stuff, rebuild it, put it back together, spend however many hours that it takes, because that's my idea of fun. Some people want to finish, and like I get that too. Wait for me, all. At least I'm making it to the bosses. It's like Iron Man, there's always space for improvement in new versions. Oh yeah, absolutely. It will be nice, Blizz, when we can like back up our builds, so we can go back to something else, or like, hey, it's Christmas time, and I don't have to like spend a few hours doing a rebuild. I can just put up, I can just toggle a button, and then cool, I can put up these new decorations. That would be nice. But in the meantime, I'm kind of going in mentally prepared to be like, okay, it's going to be, I'm going to make big considerations, do a lot of farming, but also, I think we as players, we don't quite grasp just what it's going to take to like complete a house build of our own. Because right now there's a lot of there's a lot of discourse going on over like the housing limit nerfs and how they're time gating the stuff and blah blah blah. But also like we got to consider like what is it that we want to fill our house up with? Like people are planning. Some people they have big plans. They have a whole idea of exactly what they need, and I applaud that, but it's also setting people up for big disappointment later, because it's like, oh, things changed and now I can't do this build, and that's what's happening now, and that might continue to happen. And what I want to advise people is to be okay, plan for day one, but then kind of hold off on like the really long-term plans until we get a better idea of like what's going on, because hey, there's a lot that could be added or subtracted as we go. Item cost is probably so we don't have people putting a million things in our house in the smallest size possible just to have a mansion. I mean, there's that, but there's also like that whole idea of, cool, here's your house, or here's your lot, and here's like 10,000 things of space, and all your parts and everything. Like I feel like that would overwhelm people very, very quickly if you gave people like way too big of a lot size, and you gave them like too much free stuff, or if it was too easy to acquire, then you're going to catch people like feeling pretty overwhelmed with, oh, I can do all these things, and I don't really know how to play stuff, because then people will get frustrated trying to learn the controls. And I feel like the game, I feel like what Blizzard intends is what a lot of normal game developers do. They want to ease people into these systems and then add complexity as it goes. Not give all that access right away, because not everyone can handle that. So while the really hardcore folks will be like, oh, this is dumb, they're time gating, blah blah blah. Like, I think it's for the overall health of most players. But oh well. But that's me. Like, I know I get over nerfs and whatnot, the whole steps of production, the changes and what have you. I get over that real quick. I thought Blizzard said something about being able to copy others' builds if you have the stuff off a website. That's not a feature right now. If it is, then they'll announce it. Before that, they never brought back Time Walking Molten Core. I know that was like a one-time anniversary thing, right? That was a 10-year, I think. 10-year anniversary. And then I think the 15-year was when they did the boss rush, if I recall. So I remember, like, you get dropped in, and then you do a number of bosses, like, in Raid Finder mode or something like that. That was kind of cool. But yeah, they haven't done it since. Will we be able to add battle pets to Roman or plots? It doesn't sound... We're not sure if it's going to be for launch, but right now in the alpha, no. Will we, though? Some of the devs, they're on Discord channels, and they're being cagey, but they're basically saying we're not. They're saying something along the lines of this: we're not saying no to anything, but they can't say that anything is ready either, because there's just so much stuff that they can do, that people want, that they want to do, but there's finite time, finite resources, and all that stuff, and they just have to do it again. What's up, Panda? They're also not saying yes. Well, they're not confirming yes, it's coming, and here's the date. But they have basically said, like, there's all these things that they want to do. But, it's a twinkle in their eye. But the queue is just stupid. It's like saying, all right, cool, let me add this to the pile, and then they just throw like a drop into the ocean, and that ocean is labeled high priority stuff. Players really want this the most, and it's like this infinite list of stuff. Got all classes to 80. Congrats. That means you got all the mounts. Remember roadmaps? Those were nice. It would be nice to have that too, but I think they are... I don't know what that would do, because it's just one feature. You know what I mean? It's just housing. And yeah. Okay, so I did this one. Did I get anything? Okay, I got like 20 things. Waist plates and... Nope, two gear things. Oh, is that the chain that I wanted? I did, yeah. Okay, cool, so I got a chain. Woohoo! Okay, so... how will I do this? I think I'll just put them on, right? Because I'm not gonna care. Like, I'll hold on to these just in case, for like later. But now I have a new thing. Cool. So now I just need 2 more things. I need a glimmering thing and chattering thing. So don't have those yet. So now I have lightning. Cool. And it's anticlimactic because you DC'd. Oh, that sucks. What a way to wrap that up, huh? We're trying to get enough battle pets to earn Hearthy. Hearthy? What is Hearthy? Is that a pet? Hearthy. Oh, it is a thing called Hearthy. It's that's adorable. it's just a Hearthstone buddy. Wait, how do you get this thing then? Yeah. This comes from Master of Minions. Okay, Master of Minions. Master of Minions is to get 1,000 unique pets. Okay, so someday. Someday I'll get it. Cool. You can interact with him to Hearth 2. That's cool. Does he use a cooldown? Or does that use your normal Hearthstone cooldown? Or is it like a unique thing? Do you think we'll get a beta mode roadmap similar to the phases schedule for alpha? Good question. I don't think so. I mean, because with the alpha, what they did there was they set up a very specific plan of, hey, we're going to slowly roll out like the zones and the levels and the features and whatnot. With the beta, we're not entirely there yet, but we're close to being in a state of what's called feature complete, where all the bones of the features and whatnots, where all those things are in, they're just not entirely like working right. Numbers need to change and so on and so forth. And from that, there isn't really like a roadmap you can have for the remainder of beta, because everything is up. The exception would be like raid testing. They can put those in, so you can technically put that onto a roadmap, and maybe schedule like some focus testing, such as neighborhoods, such as the PvP zone. I think that'll be very important. I have no doubt that there's going to be a stress test for that at some point, where they're going to be like, okay, we'll do a big old wave of invites, and then we'll get people in. I feel like one of the times to do it, well, I think technically, since that's a max level kind of thing, I think what they ought to do is do the PvP testing early. So like, by that I mean, the biggest wave of invites are going to be the ones who had both signed up and pre-ordered already. So I think those will probably get priority. Sorry, folks. And getting that wave in is going to get people. I'm positing something here. I'm gonna presume that doing the PvP test for that wave would be the best time to do it, because you just get the most bodies out of that. Maybe. So beta's like luckily 8 days out anyways. It might be. We don't know if they're gonna decide. We're at that point where beta can come like this coming week, but it could be the week after too, because they're not ready to roll everything out yet. So it's just a matter of when. And it could go either way. But hopefully we'll just hear something soon. Hey, guess what, guys? But then I think we're not gonna get any of that until we complete this phase of testing, complete this final phase, and be able to experience everything. So, and then from that, we're probably gonna get like a big everyone on alpha right now, they're gonna have like a big character wipe and go through the motions there. Yeah. No, it's a perfectly it's a perfectly logical conclusion. When we get the housing PTR, we already had one. That was the other week. But as for future ones, they have not said anything. Do you think all the kinks in housing can be worked out in the month until it goes live? I don't know. I mean, like, what's the scope? What needs to work before early access? And remember, this is early access. So I think we should be going in on the understanding that not everything will be implemented. We know that Levels will be very limited. I'm only guessing that only 5 levels will be available. We're pretty sure that endeavors will not be available either. And that's kind of it. As for other things, like we would love to have like certain functionality, like, oh, I really want to be able to copy paste. I really want an undo button. I really want the damn gimbals to have different colors and stuff like that. But is it functional? Right? That's the goal right now. Some people will say, oh, I can't have pets here. This is literally unplayable, and that's fair. It's a fair take. But is it non-functional? No, it still works. You know what I mean? My big thing is weapon and armor racks. You know, having that sort of display. To me, that's very important. Will it make it for early access? I don't know. Don't know. December 2nd, or the week of December 2nd, is go time for early access. Yeah. I prefer to play live, but I absolutely plan to make time for trying out beta. Yeah, go for it. ESO hasn't managed to iron out all the kinks. As long as it's workable, we can work. Yeah, it's not going to come out perfect, and you know, this game is trying to play catch up. So, are the collections for entire expansion still very sparse? They're not complete. So, like I was showing off a spreadsheet earlier in today's stream. So here we go. So I was showing off this spreadsheet. It's very rudimentary, doesn't really show much, but I just showed, according to the housing database site, each expansion, and here is a list of like all the different reputations that are selling stuff currently. This is all kind of like data mine stuff. Some of it was like manually looked at from users who've been on the PTR and the alpha, but this is it. So you'll notice that War Within factions have quite a few things to sell. Meanwhile, Burning Crusade and Wrath factions, they don't have a lot of things to sell. So consider that, and also consider here are all the different currencies that are being used across the different expansions to buy stuff. BFA has a lot of different ones. Meanwhile, some of the pre-Warlords stuff that has like nothing ready for it, but maybe a lot of these didn't really use that, but they might ask for different tradable resources. So there might be a mop vendor that asks for only Spirit of Harmony or something like that, or maybe it's a crafting thing. And then keep in mind there's also crafting recipes as well. But I think those, for the most part, they feel done largely. You know, having a round of crafting recipes for each expansion across each of the professions, that seems to be more or less good to go. And that's a whole different thing too. So. Yeah, it's not a very usable spreadsheet. This is more like a reference. This is more than anything. This is just a reference of where the development is at the moment. And also for those who are interested, it's like, okay, let me make sure. Here's a list of reputations that you might want to make sure you max out. So that way you can get as much stuff as possible. So, but there's also more to it. It's like, okay, cool. You can be maxed out with Rust Bolt, but then you might need war resources. You might need certain parts to like trade in and all that in order to get stuff. So there's that too. Dragonflight's also missing furniture. Yeah, and then there's achievements too. So there's the core coming like out of our ears. It's very difficult to track right now, everything. So the housing website has been immensely useful for this. It is going to be a lot, you know, and some people are like, dude, day one, I got to get everything. Otherwise I'm going to lose or I'm going to fall behind or something like that. You ain't gonna fall behind. Don't worry about it, man. I mean, like, just the fact that we're gonna be in early access means we're only gonna be able to get so far with like our imaginations and trying techniques and housing and stuff. So yeah, I don't think you need everything. But I do feel like it's important to. I do feel like it'd be a good idea to just get things for the bonus experience, because that'll get you more levels. That's going to get you, um, you know, a bigger budget for your house, and that will give you kind of a small leg up when you want to start building. Because it's like, for those who are brand new to the game, because that's going to be a thing. They're going to have like that smaller budget of like 300, and they'll be able to get this much stuff, and then they're going to have to go through like all the motions, and they'll be starting, more or less from scratch. Um, and it'll be up to like these websites to kind of help direct them to be like, oh, where do I want to go for other stuff? And for those folks, there's like so much to go for, that it would be like it would be so overwhelming that they really wouldn't have any choice but to preserve their sanity and be like, okay, let me just limit myself to like these things because I know I gotta play catch up. Meanwhile, the rest of us are like, oh, okay, let me see how much stuff I've accrued over the past 20 some years and all that. Do you think the Alpha exteriors will be part of early access or the pre-patch? We still haven't seen anything yet, so it's hard to say. Oh, no. Actually, I take that back. Data mining has shown some of the exteriors, but I don't remember them. I think I've seen them around on social media, but I haven't seen it elsewhere. So I have a feeling they're gonna push to make it available for early access. Yeah, I mean, definitely by the time we get to regular launch, I have no doubt about that. But as for early access, I don't know. Early access lets them get away with a lot of like, oh god, this is it. And then we can say, yeah, because it's early access, dude, just relax. It's not the best excuse, but yeah. Undo for their own sake, they need to add one. Imagine every time an item gets untoggleable because the player ignores the grid, going red, or gets lost in the far distance because the toggle reacts too strongly means a ticket. It is either adding an undo or a heap of extra work. Doing undos via... Wait, I'm not quite sure what you mean. So it goes red or it gets lost in the far distance because the toggle reacts too strongly means a ticket? I don't think that's a thing. Or I'm not sure if that's a thing, because even if you were to accidentally phase something too far down or too far up, it will get pushed back, because there's I think there's an absolute limit of where decor can go and not go. Like you go past a certain boundary, and then even if it's there, it just kind of snaps back to a certain spot. So for you, it got lost. Yeah, to me, that's a bug. So I don't think so. I think we might have had different steps, but for me, things will snap back. Even if you have like the clipping thing off or whatever. So, but yeah, for that. So that's one of those things where it's like, oh, we can fix that. Like yours might be saying, oh, well, I want the undo button because of this. And then Blizzard will be like, well, can't do that, but we'll just make it so your situation doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So I would like the undo button, mind you. I would like something like that. When they announce early access, I fully predicted it'll just be interior, no neighborhoods at all. So who am I to complain? I thought it was going to be like no levels, at all, and then it was just be like some limited stuff and like that's it. But it seems like they want to have like a really good, they want to have a really strong first step even for early access. Hell, I mean, come on, yo. Remember back in the day? Remember in the before times? Before like about a year ago, a bunch of us were like, oh man, player housing. Dude, it was just a twinkle in our eye. Oh, it would be such a cool thing. And then folks like me were like, oh, I'm sure it's going to be something where, like the garrisons, where you have like a pre-made house, and then you select a wall, and then you choose the wall to have like a shelf, or you choose a certain spot on the floor, a fixed spot, and then there is a table. And like that was it. And now we're getting like, you know, the promise of, well, we're seeing what we're getting. It's like, dude, that's crazy. There'll be an undo button the first 24 hours, but not by Blizzard, but thanks to some add-on hero. I don't think it's gonna work like that. Like, the way that housing works so far, it's very much like a server side thing. Like every movement you make or whatnot, you throw it down, boom, it gets saved by the server. You know, so I don't think I can't imagine an add-on being able to save the last state of an item and then somehow be able to retrieve the item and then pull it back to that previous state because it needs to find where that item is for. Yeah, I can't quite see that. Who knows? People are smart, but at least off the top of my head, I can't imagine how an add-on can add an undo button if there isn't an actual undo button. So I'll be happy with any form of early housing enjoyment. I'd be kind of shit. I'd be happy with being able to just collect stuff. If I can at least get the experience, that way when I start, then I'll have that bigger starting budget. Like, hey, let me get on the Peter. Oh, there's an update for the Peter. Hello. Is there an update for Alpha? Alpha? Nope. This is probably like a nothing update though. Probably. And the coffee's gone. Damn. I think I'm gonna have to make myself another coffee later today, man. The dream is to recreate the Paladin Order Hall. That would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, there's so much stuff that's still missing though. Like I want like stained glass shit. You know, I want those kinds of windows. I want really like aggressive lighting. You know how in the Paladin Order Hall you have like the stained glass thing and then you have the light shining down in a certain spot? I want that shit, dude. Give me that. That'd be sick. They're updating the Warfront decor currencies. Is that right? I don't know if it happened to you, but there are instances where either the outline of the item turns red or the grid under it turns red. Tried to use the white tile looking platform as a floor. And it slid up on its own, even after the thing, but it no longer became touchable by you. It just sat there. No way to grip it, store it, drill it. Oh no, I've had that too. Yeah. I've had pillars that it's like, cool, let me set this pillar down. Boop. I don't like where it is. Let me try to move it. And I'm like trying to climb up elevations to see like, can I hover my mouse over anything? And like some stuff just gets stuck. So yeah, there's gonna be bugs. The way to fix that, honestly, was for me to delete the room where that thing was in. So like there are a lot of items where it's like, okay, I can't put these things back into the housing just, which was infuriating. So I just made a room, chucked all that stuff in there, and then deleted the room, and then all that stuff went back. And then that took care of it. It's kind of ratchet, but. There's an article? No article I see. Or is it just a forum post? Oh, here we go. Thanks for your feedback on the Warfront currency prices on the housing and core items. We agree that they're too high and reduce the Warfront currency price to core items in 11.217. Okay, cool. So what is it right now? Oh no, I was looking at these. Like they were like 300 or something like that. Yeah. 300, 200, one something. Cool. This one. Is it early access yet? No. We got a long ass month to go, dude. One long ass month. Maybe someday they'll just have thin hallways to do secret passageways. I mean, you can make one with walls. Yeah, you can do that. So, um, where's the thing? So this isn't, it's not really a this is not a secret passage, but this is just an example of what you're trying to look for, Stalwart. So here's the housing test. Yay, what do you do? Just maximize them. This is, I think this works fine. So here's like the main room, and you can see like here's the layout of where we're at in this room. This right, so I'm standing like right here at the moment. You know, so I see these things, and we see like this, we see the Nixia head, and we see like a opening for a door kind of over there. And when we push forward a little bit, we'll see another door over there, right? Now, what we're really seeing though, if we go back to this spot here, is here's the door, here's that other kind of door, and this is a hallway. So as far as it looks here, like this is the room, right? With the countertop and the back end thing over there, there's like a little room that they put together for like a little pantry and all that stuff. And for some reason, light that shines out from this pantry that has no light source otherwise, but well, whatever. But here is this, you know, secret passageway. Not really, but then this is just used as a hallway. It's a hallway that actually leads to this other room. So it's not like you go through this door and then you end up here. There's this little hallway that they set up. Now, this is something that I talk about in the video that I just put out when I talk about, you know, room sizes and how it seems limiting, but it's kind of not, because these rooms are kind of, you know, they're actually quite large. It gives you the room to carve out these spaces for whatever you like, even if, you know, and in some cases you might not even be using the entire space. So like for this example here, we have these bookcases that are, you know, there's this, I guess, wasted space, if you want to call it that. But otherwise, when you're actually there, when you're looking at stuff, you don't really see that. Like you just see like, dude, this is a dope ass, you know, library looking sort of thing. But then when you're first putting everything together, it's not going to, it's not really going to show up that way. You just see, you know, kind of like this. It just looks much different. And then when you go upstairs, by the way, thanks to, who did I miss? I missed Saffron. Thanks to Captain Gut and to Miss Emily Says. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. But yeah, now up in this floor, here is an example of the large room. This is the large square room. It's the biggest room that we can have in housing at the moment. It's, I mean, if you look at the medium-sized room, it looks super small by comparison. It's kind of crazy. But the whole thing's not even being used. We have all this wasted space because the designer wanted to create like this certain vibe. They wanted to make like this bigger hallway, which looks pretty darn spacious as it is. And they wanted to have like these little nooks to have to show off like different things, like different displays and whatnot, to have their own like little spots, you know, and that's kind of cool. And in some cases, you have like your secret room that leads over to this other spot. So, you know, the designer made a really small hallway that leads into another room. Now, this could have led into this spot, and it could have been a room here, or it could have been a room here. Or you can have two rooms in these spaces. So like there's more that could be carved out if you wanted to use up all the available space, or not. You can just use it for whatever you like. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot. You just got to use up the space that you need to work with in order to create the effects that you want. Now, this is a very advanced house. It has, you know, this has like a huge budget. I'm scared to count like how much stuff is being used here. I'm pretty sure, I have a feeling that some nerd out there probably is trying to do the whole count right now of all the little knickknacks and whatnot, and I'm sure the budget is going into the thousands here. Huge, but it's possible. The question though that's coming from folks is, when is this possible? Can I do this during early access? how many months or whatever will until I get the budget to make something like this? And the answer is probably going to infuriate people because it's not fast enough, it's not good enough, or whatnot. And you know, that's good feedback, and we'll see how Blizzard responds to it. So, have I seen the BFA decors cost? Yeah, yeah. I mean, someone put up that forum post that those are being changed. So it's going to be an initial challenge to create secret rooms convincingly. I agree, because it's going to feel like like you don't have enough budget for it. You know what I mean? So now it can be as easy as, let me go back to this first floor here. So it could be as easy as, instead of having a door here, like what if instead of a door, like you take all these pillars out, because these pillars don't really need to be there. This is all cosmetic stuff. What if there's just a bunch of bookshelves here, right? Bookshelves here, and then this was like a little nook for whatever, and then this wall was otherwise closed off, and it's like, okay, cool. And you know, it's pretty close to the wall, so there's at least enough clearance so that it doesn't, so it feels like you can at least kind of like fit. Like, it would be weird if it was so small that like it's like technically a Tauren hitbox can fit through here, but it would like super clip through the whole thing. That'd be very awkward. But you know, just make it wide enough so that someone can walk in, and then here's your secret room. It's that easy. And this is a medium-sized room. This is a T-shaped room. The budgets are high in my opinion. This one costs 12. This one costs 3, which isn't going to be available like right at the start of early access until you like level up some. But you can create this sort of effect. So like what I might have this spot be like kind of the idea that I had was, I'll probably have the entrance to the house be a coffee shop or a cafe of sorts. So it's going to have this sort of vibe to it, you know, tables, places to chill and whatnot. And then like, here's like the back room. And then behind the back room, it's going to open up. It's like, okay, here's like some of the real shit. Like, here's like the residential spot. Here's where I have my, my shrine to like a bajillion shields or something like that. But that's going to be like a later thing. You know, for now, I'm going to make what I feel like I can make, which is like the coffee shop kind of vibe. And then I'll work it from there as my levels go up. The one concern that I'll have though, that I would like to see addressed though, is how rooms are like linked together. And like, let's pretend I have this room and I have this room linked to it, this room linked to it, and what have you. But what if I'm tired of this room? What if I want this room to be different? What if I want it to be a hall? What if I want to enter the house and for it to start off as a hallway instead? I won't be able to just delete this room, because an error message will pop up saying, oh, well, you know, you need to delete this room first, because, you know, that's just not allowed. Or you need to delete this room first, you know, so you just can't do anything and you'd have to delete all the rooms in order for you to edit this one room. That kind of sucks. What I'd like to see now we can move rooms. So if I wanted to, I can take this room and move it elsewhere temporarily and then move it back later. But what I'd like to do is, can I change the room into something else? Like, can I just change it to something that's eligible? So if we don't have this room here, I think technically I should be able to, you know, nuke this room, but then change it into a hallway. And then it becomes a hallway. Okay, and then that could work. It'd be even better if I can save the state of this room temporarily, like put it into like a pocket dimension of sorts, but then the game will tell me you must replace this with a valid replacement room right away. Otherwise, it'll undo your changes and then it'll just go back to this. You know what I mean? I hope so. I would like to have that sort of flexibility, because it would just feel really tragic to be forced to delete all my rooms just because I want to change this first one. Kind of sucks. But I'm looking forward to the whole thing. So. It's about 90 according to the woke Discord. Wait, what are you talking about? And I'm out of coffee. Okay, I'll live. I have my whole house planned out, but sadly won't be able to fully make it until midnight comes out. I guess I've got to level my house at least. Yeah, that's why I'm doing like one room at a time. One room at a time. I'm describing the coffee shop entrance and I realize they don't have a single original idea. No, it's whatever you want, dude. There's no contest, man. There's no contest. It's whatever you like, dude. Whatever you like. I decided on the coffee shop vibe because one, I like coffee, surprise, but two, this is me kind of readjusting my plans and intentions for, with respect to the budget and with respect to early access. Don't let my I know that my imagination is too big for what's going to be immediately available, and my imagination is going way too far compared to it's going beyond what I'm able to farm for right now, because it's a lot of stuff that I'll have to collect and obtain, and we don't know what else is going to be available for early access or early launch or whatever. So I'm starting with the coffee shop. I want to make it cool. I want to make it chic. I want to have some cool stuff in there. And then I'll have a couple of like little trophy items in there to make it a little festive and all that stuff. But of course, outside, it's going to be a giant gun. I'm just going to make, and that's going to be different because that's going to have to be assembled in stages. And it's just going to be based on like whatever available budget and parts I want to use. But I'm going to start off with like having a big bottom platform. And I'll have like a little rickety gun on top, just to say like, oh, there's going to be a gun here someday, watch. But I'm going to start off with like these legs that will extend, and then I'm going to have a big old platform above the house, and the house is going to act like it's an engine of some sorts, or like a reactor. Very goofy, but very me. So no iced coffee though. I have some bottled iced coffee, but yeah, iced coffee is As I level up housing, I think making exterior choices will be easier for me. I'm guessing it's not possible yet to have a room that can be only accessed by using a portal. I mean, I would love non-housing houses, or a non-housing entrance of some sort. My coffee cannon, we're on that grind. I like that because you said grind. So what'll be cool though is here's the farther off dream, right? Coffee shop at the start. The back room is actually the entrance to the rest of the house. At some point, there's like shield stuff. At some point, there's a residential area. And somewhere in here, there's going to be a secret passage. I will have a secret passage that'll take me into this creepy ass looking cave. It's going to look really it's going to have a totally different vibe. It's going to have this very dystopian look to it, really cramped. And I'm going to try to make it so there's I'm going to try to make it look like it's like this cannon control room, because it's got to be somewhere, right? Something's got to operate the giant cannon, and it's going to be in like some secret passage somewhere in the house. So that's the plan. And then farther off plans will include like, okay, I want to do like engineering stuff. I want to have like this nice, cool profession related area. That'd be sweet. Having a giant gun is definitely how you want to get customers. Absolutely, dude. Easy. I mean, what safer place is there to enjoy your round of coffee when you have a giant defensive cannon? And if I can, if the budget allows, I'll have like a little garage, and I'll have like a little tiny robot. Not like a Bob robot, but like that one robot that I featured in a video a little while back, but just a small version. And okay, that's like my imaginary defensive robot who's like there to like guard the place or something. But then I also might have puppies like walking around everywhere. So the puppies will be like around, and then the robot is there to like guard the puppies. So brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, I want to wander and look for a housing vendor. Do we get pets wandering around? Not. It doesn't sound like it's gonna make it for early access, at least. We'll see if they can do it for launch, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for it. My best laugh was when you were riding wagons around the neighborhood and you evolved to wanting some kind of guns on the cards to repel threats on the Dude, that'd be cool. That'd be so cool. Oh, that'd be awesome if we could have like creations that like move around the neighborhood too. Oh, sick. Cause yeah, I would totally have like gun, you know, little ground drones. Yeah. It'll be like a giant gun and then like little tiniest wheels going around. It'll go on these tiny elevations and then you would see the gun just like tilt like crazy. That'd be hilarious. I'd love it. Where am I going? Zandalar. Let's go to Zandalar. Wherever that is. Make a coffee maker that are miniature versions of your cannon. Effective, and it can even flavor drinks as well. That'd be funny. I would have like little coffee looking machines. Hopefully I can find some of them where I can like construct one. But then there'll be like a little robot who's like holding something or something like that. That'd be fun. Here we go. Zandalizi. I don't know if that'll do it, but I'd absolutely have a Murloc living at the Murloc hut outside of my house if allowed to. I think there were like there were some strange like internal stuff that I saw that included like what looked like a Murloc hut or something like that. Oh, there's just the decor specialist here. Cute. So I can buy Lordaeron stuff too. And none of these give XP. Interesting. Oh, no. Oh, I think it's because these are, these might be, achievement related. So I might already have one. Let me see. Lordaeron. Okay, yeah, so I do have one barrel on me. So that was for Azeroth at War of the Barons, war effort stuff. Okay, so I did get, so this stuff I do have, and then this other stuff I don't have. So these are just like extras that I can pick up. So yeah, so the early goal is going to be get one of everything. Cause yeah. So like, you know, I would pick this up and this one and that one and that one. Not that one. I think that's it. Yeah. There's no easy indicator to tell us like what is and is not giving XP. And it doesn't look like there's like a special icon. Oh no, yeah, there is. Okay, you can kind of sort of see it. It's hard to tell. Let me make this bigger. You can kind of tell that there's a certain outline around it. Can you kind of see that? So, yay. And I'm a casual collector, and I'm ready to remodel. Yeah. Collect 200 unique decor of uncommon quality or higher. Fun. Yeah, and then sure enough, I got 10 XP off of those. And then what's my housing level right now? My housing level is at 1520 out of 10. I don't quite know what that means, because I mean, getting from level 1 to level 2, that's easy. But then the other levels, we don't know. For all I know, we need like 10,000 XP, and we're not going to get anything. So, I wish there was a system in place that told you if you were missing pieces in game, so I didn't have to guess which pieces I have and don't have. That would be eventually. That's going to be all the things that'll tell you that, dude. Like, here, let me see if it's actually updated. I doubt it. but this would be the first point, one of the first places that I go to. So what I'd rely on is, yo, I want to mouse over, and then it'll just tell me everything that I don't have yet. So, is there a solo housing renown thing on a neighborhood one as well? So here's how it works, Seraphim. Over in this housing dashboard, which I can't move, sorry, you see your level. Take the word renown out of your head. Let's just talk levels. Let's make it simple. This is your level. You're at level 1. You do housing things to get more XP. One of the things that you do, and actually there's a little tooltip that you should be able to see there. House XP is earned by completing endeavor tasks, and collecting the core of uncommon and better rarity for the first time. So what I did here was collect a couple of the core so I can get like little bits of XP. That gets me some levels. Later on, probably during the regular launch, we'll get to experience endeavors. You know, we'll do tasks for things to get things, and some of what we'll get more experience to get levels. Also, when doing endeavors, we'll get some sort of currency that'll let us buy things from these endeavor-specific vendors. So we can get like Mechagon stuff or whatever the hell themes there are. Am I using the Homebound add-on? Well, not here. But I think the Homebound add-on is... Do I have it? Okay. So here it tracks... The Homebound add-on happens to track specifically achievements. So you do the achievements, you get stuff. But it's not like a full-on, hey, here's what you have and don't have. If anything, the housing dashboard will tell you what you have and don't have. But it's also very much a work in progress too. So we don't know how this is gonna... We don't really know how this is gonna work. Ideally, I would like to just do a mouse over and then see the description, and then it'll just tell me where to go. To me, that would be perfect. Just, you know, because then the game will just tell me everything. Are we unable to put anything from our appearance tabs as the core? Correct. Gear is not a thing yet. I'm only guessing, but I think what's going on is that gear needs to be kind of like recoded a little bit to be treated like furniture. So that way it can be rotated, resized, that sort of thing. And that's probably a lot of busy work on their part, because there's 20 years worth of gear to contend with. That kind of sucks. So, but that's not our problem. If anything, our only problem should be like, yo, give it to us now, and just keep applying pressure. Okay, so does all the things tell me anything here? Let's see. Somehow I doubt it. Craft item, profession, secrets, trading posts. Let me do the that one, the mini list. So here's the mini list of stuff. So show me world bosses, achievements. Oh boy. Battle pets, faction, flight path, PvP, quests, rares, remote zones. I'm just looking for things that hint at housing. But I don't think I'm gonna find it. So here's vendors. So recipes, schematics, plans, artifact, Azurite thingamajigs. No, it doesn't look like they have any of that yet. So if I go here to their menu, I kind of gotta. Sorry, I gotta squint here. There we go. Campsites, achievements, exploration, blah blah blah. Nothing about the core. So there might be. Let me see if there's a beta version that they have. No. Kind of. like there are different versions. That there are beta versions, but I don't think that. Yeah, they're probably not stable. So let me see. Epilogue quest chain. I just want to see stuff about decor. Nope. Yeah. I mean, maybe because the housing. Well, shucks. We do have the what's it called? The house chest, but maybe all the things people are just kind of waiting for the API to improve a bit, and then they'll start hooking things in. I don't know. I'm scared to use all the things. I like sleeping. I agree. The time will come where, instead of just shields, which is what I've been tracking, I'll track all the housing stuff, and I'm gonna die. Trying to 100% all the housing things. So I can't throw it all on the wall yet. No, unfortunately not. Do I earn XP from the first green quality item I purchased, or can I get housing XP from buying 10 green quality chairs? You get it from the first purchase. So let me do the mouse over again, and I'll be right back. But it's right there. You'll be right there with me. Don't die. No one wants that, dude. So, at least from the looks of it, we might get an alpha build today. Yay! Hopefully housing will be up. Blizz. Oh, I feel like I've been, just starving all week. Let's double check, see if it's anything up. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, those are up. I think that was more than what we saw before, but it seems like we're likely to get a build today. We'll just hold our breath. Wait and find out. But yeah, I've been trying to pop around different Discord channels and forums and whatnot, participating in conversations, answering questions, and give and takes, exerting influence. So are all of them like this? Okay. So here's the honor-bound emissary. So does this person sell different stuff? Okay, they don't. Yeah, that's all stuff. But then there's also the person who's here, I think. The service medal quartermaster. So yeah, so here's the other stuff we've been seeing. So Black Fire Hanging Lantern. Too bad. I hope they do a preview. I really like to see them do 3D previews of this stuff too. Since, I mean, it's gonna be a thing in the house chest. So I think that should be a thing that we can control click as well. Yeah. Thank you to Brinley. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. When can I go on the PTR and scope housing plots? Unfortunately, that's already gone by. The house tests, that went on over the weekend, 2 weeks ago, almost. We asked if there's going to be another one, and we got nothing. We have no answer if they're going to be doing another one. And with housing coming in only a month, maybe they'll do another stress test. That'd be nice. But maybe not. Can't say for sure. You snoozed, you lose. Yeah, unfortunately. It was going on. It was at first planned to go on during the week, so it was going to go on through Monday through Thursday, I believe. It didn't work out, so instead it went from Thursday to Monday because it started late. I mean, it was cool because it meant like more people can maybe get on because it's the weekend and all that. But yeah, it was still a pretty short test. Uh, but a lot of folks were able to make some cool stuff. Okay, so here's like that table that's like way expensive. That's going for 300, and then I happen to have. Okay, so this is me on the PTR. So I happen to have like 1,000 service medals on me. Thank God. I don't know if I don't know if I have other medals on like on alts. Let me see. Actually, now I'm curious. I'm curious where I'm at on this. I believe service medals are transferable, but there is a penalty. So if you only have like a handful, or if you have them across multiple characters, your best bet would be to switch to those characters, buy stuff, do it that way, and then whatever's left, despite the penalty, just go ahead and like trade that stuff over. That's probably the easiest way to do it. I did also see, I did now curiously, I also saw some stuff that was available with ancient mana. Ancient mana. That's a thing for uh that's a Suramar thing. Now, my question on that is, can I use a Legion Remix character to buy that decor? Now, what you get from it, it's not much. You get like it's just like pillows, pillows and rugs. It's not super crazy, So it's not the end of the world, and you can like hard farm ancient mana until your face falls off. But it would be kind of nice if I could do it with a remix character, because then at least I can use their ancient mana for other stuff. That'd be kind of cool. And it'd be easy to like, well, it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, so I want to check currencies. So let's do a quick look between the currencies that I need and like what I have. So resonance crystals are going to be a thing, which I don't have a lot of. Who else has some stuff? Okay, I have some, but not a whole lot. So for this, the best solution really is to like do all the outdoor content. You'll get a lot of stuff like pretty fast going that route. What else? Oh, the goldfish. Okay, do I have goldfish? I think that's I'm pretty sure that is a soulbound item. Goldfish. Yeah, so that's not it. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Goldfish. So, I have one. I have one gold. Okay, and what is this used for? I should at least look at that and see if it's like actually worth farming for. Because I'm pretty sure that I believe this is something you get from fishing and undermine. And then you trade it in for something that is not really worth trading for. As far as I remember, at least. So let's see what it is we can get with this goldfish. Well, I mean, hey, it's... Oh, that looks so dirty. Oh, that's gross. All right, this is gonna go outside. All right, that's the outdoor tub. Yeah, it was for like a lure or skin. One of those large, oversized lures. Yeah. Yeah, that's rank, dude. Cool. See, at least the person had the sense to hang the bath mat there. Oh no, it's dipped in the water. Oh no. Oh, that's all bad. This is... This is like all sorts of diseases just waiting to happen, dude. I'm not a fan of any of the goblin stuff. That's all right. Hey, that's why there's a lot of different stuff. You know, some people love the goblin vibe. I love it outside. Outside. We're gonna get Blood of Exterior at launch. I would say I don't know about early access, but I'm pretty sure that's the plan for launch. We just don't know for sure if it's going to make it for early access or not. It seems like it might not, but I don't know. We'll see. Do you know what's coming in the final patch of Remix on 12.9? They sold it as more awards are coming. Could this be the Hazen items? Yes, that's one of them. Um, that's most of them, actually. Yeah. You don't really see showers like that when they go around the whole. Yeah, because most of the time they're built into the wall, right? This one, this is the kind that you'll see like in the middle of the bathroom, or not the middle, but you know, not against the wall. But anyway, so that's if you want this tub, goldfish. Get yourself some. How many do you need? You need 15 goldfish. That doesn't seem so bad. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I only have one though. But that doesn't seem so bad. I want to know where the Legion enchant illusions are on the vendors. I believe there's only one illusion, Chillwave, and that you get from an achievement, which is here's my nerd challenge here. Do all the stuff in Val'sharah, I think, but I don't. No, I think there's another illusion you can buy. It's the one I think it's the same vendor where you buy like the rare raid stuff. So like the shoulders, the Xavier shoulders, Teshalak and stuff like. I think you buy it from that vendor. Maybe. I've written down multiple paragraphs to split my house idea and all the details down to the minuscule ones I have to no control over, like the fishing dock connected to my house. Oh yeah, no control over that. But it'd be fun. Yeah, too bad. I chose a plot that is you know, I chose the horde plot that's really high up in the sky because I need to get like a good vantage point for the gun. What a letdown! I was secretly wishing they would shock us all right before the holidays and give us a mage tower or give us a way to buy weapon skins. Yeah, that's a. They were pretty upfront. You know, the one thing we cannot say about the Legion remix discourse is that they haven't been coy about stuff. They try to give us as much information as we can, and they were pretty upfront about like no mage tower stuff, no mage tower stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Tap the sign. There's no mage tower stuff coming, and like each time people are like, "My God!" But they promised. You know, they kind of come up with that sort of energy. But you know, they've been saying it. How do I explain the throwing spears and the target across the lake that are stabbed in as a warlock? Well, it's obviously my Ralph card practicing this weapon throwing, of course. That's a good one. That's a good one. But then you might have a neighbor that says, no, they're doing the same thing. But now you can say, oh, they're like having a competition. And they hook up every Saturday, 10 a.m. Couple, you know, they do a couple rounds, compete. Let's go. Anyway. What other currencies do I... oh, Dream Surge Coalescence. Oh, boy. Dream Surge Coalescence. That's a Dragonfly guy. Well, Dream Surge... nope. Shit. What? Wait. Okay. What is Dream Search Coalescence again? Yeah, I know what that is. So I have none. Shut up. I thought I had some. Oh, it was a bag item? Son of a... Dream Surge Coalescence. Alright. Well, let's see if I have that stuff. $19.92. Okay. Oh, I have some in my bags. You idiot. Let's see, and it is a soulbound thing. So, okay, and I don't really have any stuff on my main. All right, so what do we buy from this? Dream Surge Coalescence. I can buy a baggie. One baggie. That just kind of sits on the ground. And it costs 500. Okay, well, I could buy one. I'm good with that. Okay, what else we got? Elemental Overflow. Elemental Overflow. Okay, that I have. I have a lot of these. Ooh, I'm rich. But what kind of rich am I? So that was Elemental Overflow. A treasure chest. So I can buy how many of these? I can buy a lot of these. So I can have my I can have my own little bank of sorts. Yeah, I'm cool with that. What else? Mysterious Fragment. Okay, this I am not entirely sure of at all. Mysterious Fragments. Well, first let me see what it gets since I'm here. Mysterious Fragment. So this lets me buy books from... I need 7,000? Okay, what are Mysterious Fragments? Mysterious Fragments are... yeah, I ain't got that, dude. Or do I? Oh, no, I got a lot. I got 15,000. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so how much are... oh, gosh, I have way too many windows open now. Okay, so... okay, that's something else entirely. That's anima stuff, yeah. Different thing. Different thing. Where is it? Categories, currencies. So... this thing goes for 7,000. Okay, that's a lot. It's actually a lot. And then how many do I have? I can buy 2. Well, it's okay. That's good enough, I suppose. All right, next. What other things will I be looking for? Some of these I'm aware of, kind of. Like, you need a couple thousand anima. I think you need 10,000... no, 1,000 Stygia to buy, like, another Torghast portal-looking thing. Order resources, though. That's, like, a lot. There are currently a lot of things that you buy with order resources. Can I trade them? I don't remember. That's Shadowlands, buddy. I'm looking for Legion. Order resources. Okay, so it's not tradable. I have 53,000. And like each order hall has stuff you can buy. So folks will need to like check each and every one of their alts who have done order hall stuff and then try to find stuff from there. So good luck with that. Order missions are broken right now on retail. Bummer. Well, when the time comes, you know, you'll want to farm up that stuff. But yeah, good luck too. That's going to be a lot. What about war resources? So I think I might be okay on war resources. So 39,000. And then this is tradable. So I can suck them up from all these people. Okay. But what? Okay, what kind of stuff do I buy with war resources though? So war resources. 64 things? Damn! Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot, dude. So we saw some stuff. But it looks like there's like a lot more vendors. So like here's something like the Borealis string lights. That's going to be a thing that I'm sure a lot of folks are going to want to pick this up. It was very, very popular. And only 75 resources? Oh, that's cheap. That's hella cheap. That's worth, you know, transferring resources over to like purchase. And then there's like a chicken coop, a well, a rug, tables. Oh, buddy. Okay, a quest of deeds and okay, so we can get one all by doing the quest, and then it's 1,000 resources for more. Yo. Now this is a bed, baby. Yeah. The thing looks like it's made out of stone, but it's still hella cool. Hell yeah, dude. So here it is, and you know, because I'm so rich, here I am with my freaking gilded bed, and then right next to it is my deluxe goblin bathtub that stands alone. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Am I gonna make a central hall for guild meetings? Yeah, it's the coffee shop. That's the plan. It'll be the coffee shop. I just gotta have a lot of chairs and all that. I'm not sure deluxe is the word I'd use to describe that bathtub. Whatever, man. Until I find a better bathtub, then that's all we got. All right, what else can you buy with war resources? Is there better be like a cool Borealis bed? Otherwise, they're gonna be out on the streets. That'll kind of suck. They got tents, they got barrels, boxes, torches, weapon racks with no weapons on it. No, fancy that. They do have great fireplaces though. They have very, very cool fireplaces. I love them. Tables and other stuff and emblems and chairs and benches and a brazier and no bed. Wow. Oh, no. Okay, here's the Admiral's bed. Dude, this is whipped. That's whipped. The Admiral's bed. Pff. Admiral's broke, yo. Sorry. But there's a clear winner. There's no contest. Like, yo, how do you compete with this? Oh man, so good. It's got like fucking dino heads at the feet. Gilligan's visit. I'll need a ton of bookshelves, a forge, a fully equipped kitchen, a fireplace, so much cheese, and an indoor forest. I'll take no questions. I mean, it's gonna be especially. I don't know how expensive it's gonna be, Bannock, but like, what you'll probably want to get. I mean, you'll want to get a variety of like full shelves and empty shelves, as well as a bunch of books. So that way you can customize the layout of all these shelves, and then it'll look more natural. Because otherwise, you know, if you have like all bookshelves that all look the same, then it's got that same pattern, and that it'll kind of like break you out of the immersion. So eventually, like getting multiple shelves, lining them up, it'll create that effect. What site is this? It's the housing.wowdb.com. It's from MMO Champion people. And it's so good. We need something to spend these Shadowlands legendary crafting materials on. I got hundreds of thousands of these cosmic flux. Oh, that would be hella good. Like, I don't think that's part of it either. I'm pretty sure I didn't see that on the list. Yeah, if we had coalescing stuff and all that, that'd be sick. That would be sick. But you notice it's so skimped right now. It's so uneven. And while we'd love to have all of it done right away, it might not be something until that they can get around to until like after launch or so. But there's a lot of room to grow, I guess, is my takeaway. There's a ton of room to grow, and we're still months away. We're a month away from early access, but that's just early access. By the time we get to launch, how filled up is this going to be? You know, when 11.2.7 drops, we're going to have like this much stuff to collect. But then when 12.0 drops, it's going to be maybe this much more to collect right away. And that's going to be followed by the actual launch of the expansion, which is going to give us like that much more of whatever via endeavors, new quests, new achievements, raids, dungeons, etc., etc., etc. So, ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Theoretically, I already have all that unlocked. Now I just need whatever current. Yeah, there's a lot of these are going to be unlocked right away. It's just going to be a question of, do you want a second, a third, 50 of them, or anything like that? One thing I like to have and don't have yet is the Dragonflight meta achievement. So much grind to do for the personal Great Vault. Yeah, I don't have that one either. I don't think that's. I think that's going to be a while. But I think there's like a. Let's see. Let me just type in vault. There's like multiple vaults as far as I know. Bank? Something bank? Because I know I saw something that looked like a Great Vault for Dragonflight. And I think I laid one down in the alpha or the beta. But yeah, it was just like, ooh, look, now I have a Great Vault. Which was kind of cool. Let me double check, because I think it was like a... I'll do one check, because we gotta go. It is time for... It's time for lunch. But let's look at Dragonflight stuff. We'll do a quick pass. It might be placeholder, so it might not be named correctly. Ooh, dude, ribs. Oh, baby. Oh, and it's smoking too. Oh, that's sick. That's cool, man. No, but my coffee shop is just coffee. We don't serve food here. If anything, caffeine is the food. But it would be cool if, under the shadow of the giant gun, we're having a barbecue. Hell yeah, dude. Sick. Forbidden fork. Oh, this will be cool too. When the time comes, like, yo, who wouldn't want this somewhere in their house? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That'll be sick. That'll be sick. And then I'll have like fell torches coming out of this bitch. Or if possible, sexy night elf chicks right there, dude. Or guys, whatever you like. But yeah, dancers right at the side. And fire. Dang. So how do we get this one? From Garrosh Hellscream. So it's a freebie. That seems like such a freebie to get. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So anyway, I was looking for a Great Vault. Great Vault. Okay, there's books. Hey. Who don't like books? Tapestry. Tent. Now, as far as I've seen, as far as I've heard, the drop rate of items is going to be guaranteed. There is no, it's called a vault. Okay, how come I didn't see it when I was trying to do a search? Vault. Oh, it is this one. Okay. Boom, Great Vault. Oh wait, that looks way different. Okay, the animation's funny. But I think there's supposed to be I think it's supposed to look different. Yeah, because I could have swore I saw like the actual Great Vault. Yeah, there it is. The Great Horde. There we go. Yeah. Sweet. So you can get the Great Vault on your thing. Alright. Am I gonna have a Horde only house, or are I gonna also make one on Alliance side? I'm probably gonna make one on the Alliance side, and I'll use it for experiments and weird shit. I still want to make a QR code, which is gonna be very, very resource intensive. But I want to make a QR code. That'd be fun. Imagine if you can actually loot it for your weekly vault item. Just doubt it. That'd be fun, but no way, dude. I'm having the Alliance only zone because it has access to spooky zones. Horde has 0 spook. You know, I feel like while it's very cool, I feel like the spooky areas, they're very cool to see and visit. I don't think I'd want to, quote, live there. You know what I mean? It's not the kind of thing where I'm like, good to be home. You know, it's like all spooky outside and stuff. Yeah, I feel like I'd want the, I'd want some of the vibe. I would want like the day and night cycle to, you know, be part of my day or to be part of the routine. But of course I gotta have, you know, it's not compatible with the whole giant gun thing. So, oh well. Make a footage room, put your logo up on the wall, and make it wide open where you can display furniture in for videos. Oh, I get. Use it as like a staging area. I've thought of that. I thought of like, okay, can I like, because I still have my green screen, so I can make whatever set that I want, you know, and that'd be kind of cool. But I put a lot of work into this, so I don't want to take that away. That'd be kind of goofy. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna keep an eye out for if there's going to be like a new alpha information, or even better yet, if the damn if housing is testable again, because I'm like getting that itch. You know what I mean? I'm kind of been in withdrawal for a little while now. Everything hurts. Everything just aches, and only housing can cure me. Just give me a hit of that. So off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all for the next thing. Until then.